accidents to crashes. Reason is that accidents are, largely sometimes unavoidable and all those things. But let's call them crashes, because all these things are avoidable. Okay, all the circumstances that lead to these crashes are avoidable. There's the infrastructure bits, there's the human element bits, there's the quality of the vehicles we have bits, and so let's talk about them and look at the underlying issues. For example, I still don't see why the Nsawam Road is as it is. I don't see why portions of the Kumasi Accra Road, especially after Linda Door through Etua East to the Nkoko bypass, is as it is. I don't see why portions
on that stretch, and this morning we'll talk about it, because we had started bypasses.
Yes.
What's happened to them?
The minister says they will continue constructing them.
They must continue, but when?
Yes.
The time is of essence.
And it's really also not just about the bypasses. What you have, you must maintain. Our maintenance records on a lot of our highways is pretty bad. The Western Corridor Road, for example, was constructed. I remember about 10 years ago, I used to enjoy driving on that road. That road should serve us for 25 years, right? But go see the Western Corridor Road right now, and because of our bad maintenance culture, it's bad. Eastern Corridor, we've not fixed them properly. Inner City Road. So it's about the infrastructure we are putting in place is one. The other factors, why should Ghana be this dark? I saw a video over the weekend of somebody who was behind the bus, and the bus was looking out for him and was giving him lights as to when they can overtake. And you see our highway and how dark it is, and simple things like reflectors, what people call the cat eyes, put on these highways would give you a sense of direction and a sense of light. Okay, so there are too many things. So these are crashes that we can avoid, that as a people we are not putting in place the right safety measures, including the right investment in infrastructure, all the other related stuff. So let's see them as such.
And of course, we're continuing with our Sustainability Month.
Yes, and today we have Dr. Ezekiel from the University of Ghana. He's Dr. Ezekiel Akwa. He's going to talk to us about the SDGs. You know, when Dr. Anand came, we spoke about what sustainable development is, which is development meeting our needs now without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. We went through the MDGs, came to the SDGs. Today we are talking about the 17 SDGs and their relevance in the Ghanaian context here on the show.
All right, let's get interactive this morning. Join us on X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 05511119997. But coming up now is the news at 6.
If you find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone. Amen. Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Sister, where one man receives until where they find begin. One day you go born twins. Amen. Amen. They're not where don't losing job. Landlord come they do like God. One day you go be landlord. Amen.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the News at 6. It's live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, Love 99.5 in Kumasi, all affiliates across Ghana. You also find us on myjoyonline.com, YouTube, X Spaces and Facebook. Coming up this morning, the Constitutional Review Committee's report set to be presented to the President highlights key issues including the clear separation of powers among the arms of government, the election of MMDCs and the role of traditional leaders in governance.
The principle of electing MMDCs, now everybody agrees we must elect them. The question is how?
Also coming up this morning, government credits massive investment in the energy sector for the current stable power supply, but acknowledges that more work remains to be done.
We have a better, efficient system. We've seen ECG go into maintenance work which had not been done in 2 years. We've seen injection of over 200 transformers into the system.
We have details of that coming up in business.
Some major oil marketing firms keep prices unchanged at the pumps despite industry data projecting marginal increase.
And we'll tell you how Joy FM helps strengthen the bond between Ghana's ambassador to South Korea and former President John Mahama.
I in particular loved him so much when he came to speak on radio, especially on your Joy FM station. In fact, Joy was the best radio station back then with you.
These are more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Don't go away. The Constitutional Review Committee is expected to present its much-anticipated report to the President in the coming days with major recommendations aimed at deepening Ghana's democratic governance. Among the critical issues captured in the report are calls for a clearer separation of powers among the arms of government, proposals for the election of metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives, and a defined role for traditional rulers in governance. The committee, which was tasked with reviewing key provisions of the 1992 Constitution, engaged various stakeholders including civil society groups, political parties and ordinary citizens in nationwide consultations. Here's the chairman of the committee, Professor Henry Kwesi Prempeh.
Almost everybody wants some separation of powers so that Parliament will be freed to do the oversight work. The principle of electing MMDCs, now everybody agrees we must elect them. The question is how? The principle of including chiefs or traditional authorities in governance at some level, local or national, accepted. The question is, how do you do it? And the how is important because we do not want to take a step that would compound a problem that we currently have. We're looking for solutions to problems, not worsening existing problems. Some of those steps, if we don't know how to get the how right, we may really make a move that would make matters worse.
But are members of parliament immune from criminal prosecution? Chairman of the committee, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, says MPs have no such protection under the 1992 Constitution.
Immunities for MPs. I think even in the life of the Fourth Republic, we've had MPs that have gone to jail. MPs don't have the only person the Constitution gives immunity from criminal process and prosecution while they are in office is the president. Even that, 3 years after they have left office, criminal prosecution or action can be brought against them. But it appears that through some practices, we are almost granting de facto immunity to also our MPs.
Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh as chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee. Now, government has attributed the country's recent stable power supply to significant investments made in the energy sector, but says continued efforts are needed to sustain and improve the gains. Public Relations Officer with the Energy Ministry, Richmond Roxon, said the administration has invested heavily in expanding generation capacity, upgrading transmission infrastructure and improving distribution networks over the past few years. However, he cautioned that challenges remain, particularly in addressing system losses, expanding rural electrification, and integrating more renewable energy into the national grid.
As of December 2024, we're shedding load of over 700 megawatts, and the data is there for everyone to reference. And that is why, if you notice, in January, even before the swearing in, even liquid fuels to power plants was non-existent. We had just over 2 days. And so it was very difficult over the last 3-4 months due to the work that has been done by the minister. We've seen an improvement, vast improvement in our grid.
Well, even though government's expenditure on fuel for power generation is moved from $1 to $1.2 billion annually, Richmond Roxon says the energy sector levy is providing a cushion for the purchase.
One of the critical reasons, in fact, primarily for the introduction of the additional 1 cedi to ESLA, which some people christen as Dumso levy, is for liquid fuels. If you look at how much we spend approximately over $1 billion in liquid fuels. Last year alone, that's how much we spent. This year estimated to spend $1.2 billion. And that is why it was critical that will be made. That's pleaded with people that savings that has been made will share in it to be able to ensure that we have stable fuel supplies.
A former investigator who previously probed Ghana Air Force helicopter crash, Professor Daniel Ejekum, has expressed confidence in the military's ability to determine the cause of the recent accident that claimed 8 lives. The University of North Dakota lecturer, who is also a former Air Force pilot, says the many voices surrounding the accident must stop to allow investigators the room to operate.
As an investigator of a previous Ghana Air Force helicopter crash, we learned a lot from it. And I gave you an example of we now putting flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders into our aircraft. Those were some of the good things that came out of our previous mishaps. And the Ghana Air Force has some of the most experienced and highly trained aircraft accident investigators, of which I was privileged to be part of. The speculations and the conjectures and sometimes the sheer comedy of some of the analysis, it's not helpful. It sort of adds a lot of salt and pepper to the grief of the bereaved families.
Following the burial of the remaining victims of the Z9 helicopter crash, a Thanksgiving service was held at Christ the King Catholic Parish in Accra in memory of Dr. Omane Boama and Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala. At the service, Gender, Children and Social Protection Minister assured that her ministry is ready to provide psychological support to the bereaved families. That's one of the following report.
It was a moment of deep reflection as government officials and family members of the late Edward Omane Boama and squadron leader Peter Bafemi Anala, who lost their lives in the tragic Z9 helicopter crash on August 6th, gathered at the Christ the King Catholic Parish in Accra for a Thanksgiving service. Acknowledging the deep emotional toll the devastating incident has inflicted on relatives of the fallen heroes, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Agnes Latte, assured that her ministry is ready to provide psychological support to the families.
As we continue to engage them and the need arises, we can suggest or recommend to them, whether with a social worker or with a psychologist.
Now, the Central Regional Police Command is on a manhunt for a gang of armed robbers who engaged in a gun battle with the Winneba police after attempting to rob the Microfinance Rural Bank at Goma Pomadze in the Goma Central District. According to police reports, the incident occurred around 1:50 a.m. at the weekend when the robbers tied up 4 security officers on night duty before breaking into the bank in an attempt to steal money. Deputy Public Relations Officer of the Central Regional Police Command, Chief Inspector Isaac Ntie, told Androm News that the robbers opened fire when a police patrol team arrived at the scene, and the officers returned fire force in the gang to flee. And just before we head out, Joy FM has been hailed for playing a pivotal role in cementing the relationship between Ghana's newly appointed ambassador to South Korea and former President John Dramani Mahama. According to the ambassador, his bond with the former president was deep into the station's platforms.
I in particular loved him so much when he came to speak on radio, especially on your Joy FM station. In fact, Joy was the best radio station back then with your... There's so many wonderful jingles.
Thank you for that endorsement.
And growing up, I had a very keen interest of following him, knowing him. So for instance, he actually wrote a book called My First Coup d'etat. Of course.
And as we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM, I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on am. Go, the go. Ah, go me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. The go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Yeah! She was saying, get a Pepsodent charcoal toothpaste.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is the perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
Imagine owning an executive plot that appreciates in value, located less than an hour's drive from the airport. Wake up to breathtaking views of the hills and a serene atmosphere at McCarthy Hill, Dodua, and Chupoli every day. Western Villas offers a perfect blend of nature and tranquility with city amenities such as electricity, piped water, security, and road network. Our Hacho and Aimensa luxury homes are gated estates ideal for those who want luxury, security, and investment returns. With just a 5% deposit, you can reserve a secured executive plot and start your journey to becoming a proud landlord. Invest in your dream plot at McCarthy Hill, Dodua, and Chupoli today. Contact Western Villas now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for further information.
Kojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Ya tisu biomo, ya tisu biomo.
Kojo, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been Soko. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. The 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Total Energies Total. We go the extra mile for you, which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties Choice of Class. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. James, good morning.
Winston, good morning.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, yourself.
Oh, as you can see, God is taking care of his children. We're fine.
Thank God.
How was the weekend?
It was quite good, but very short. I mean, when it's 4 p.m. on Saturdays, then and your weekend has ended.
4 p.m. on Saturday?
Exactly, because Sundays there are a lot of activities. You're going to church. Unfortunately, you couldn't wash on Saturday. That means you would have to do that on Sunday. And you have other family matters, issues to address and all of that.
So in effect, you are saying that the weekend itself is Friday and Saturday. Sunday is not part of it.
No.
Okay. Not bad. But of course, this morning also we'll be looking at some of the challenges that the World Bank predicts could undermine Ghana's macroeconomic stability and growth. We'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show. We'll also explore some of the things they believe Ghana should do, what they think the Bank of Ghana should do, why they think the Bank of Ghana should be careful when it comes to intervention in the FX market. We'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show. But also, we're concerned about crashes on our roads. The fact that some 750 persons died in the first quarter of the year. And just over the weekend, some persons have died also. What can be done? There's a conversation we must have. We've been talking about infrastructure. We've talked about even the state of our roads.
I think we revisit this particular story every now and then, and virtually every year. That is, we actually had to keep talking about this, but we are not seeing much changes with respect to that. That's quite something else.
Yeah, and so I'm concerned about the Accra Kumasi roads. The roads minister has been talking about the fact that they would see to the completion of the bypasses, but it should be done. It should be an urgent thing. These persons have started work. You've identified the problems. At least give them some money so they can go back to work on these bypasses, and then work on the bypass and have the bypass opened. But also coming up this morning, we're continuing with our Sustainability Month discussions, and the focus this morning is on the SDGs right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. So, as always, let's get interactive. Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Who gets the trumpet this morning?
So we are giving it to some of the major oil marketing firms in the country. Some have decided not to, to keep their price unchanged at the pumps. It's more or less linked to the competition within that particular space. So I think we should give it to some of the major oil marketing firms who have decided to keep their price unchanged. Okay, so the trumpet on the Joy Business Report brought to us by ECG. Follow at ECG Official on all social media handles. Download the ECG Power app and go to ecg.com.gh for more information. So to those OMCs that are doing the Lord's work by not increasing prices at the pump, we say trumpet.
Good
morning and welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this morning's bulletin, some major oil marketing firms keep prices unchanged at pumps despite industry data projecting a marginal increase over the weekend. Also, World Bank projects some exciting times for Ghana's economy with growth picking up strongly from next year and inflation slowing to single digit. And still in this bulletin, commercial banks revealed they are complying with the new non-performing loans directive despite presenting some huge challenge to their operations and possible impact on fresh lending. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Joy Business Report. My name is James Eshen. We settle for the details now. First off, some of the major oil marketing firms have kept their prices unchanged at the pumps, at least for now. This is despite an industry data projecting that prices will go up marginally per litre over the weekend. George Riafe has the rest of the story.
The price of petrol and LPG should have gone up by almost 3% per litre and kilogram, while diesel was supposed to have been reduced marginally, but just under 1% on Saturday. However, it appears most of the major oil marketing firms are yet to review their prices, whilst some have told Joy Business that they will not increase their prices, at least for now. Others have revealed that prices would not be adjusted. The decision of these firms has been influenced by what some describe as competition. There are some interesting developments on the market. Whilst market leader Star Oil has kept prices unchanged, it has reversed some of the discounted prices service stations across the country that was selling a litre of petrol at 11 Ghana cedis, 95 pesos. This should mean that all service stations are selling a litre of petrol at 11 Ghana cedis, 97 pesos, whilst diesel is going for 13 Ghana cedis, 45 pesos. However, some service stations of Allied has dropped the price of petrol by 5 pesos and is now going for 11 Ghana cedis, 60 pesos.
And that was George Uriafe there with the report. Meanwhile, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Winston Amoah, has told Joy Business competition is forcing most of these oil marketing companies to keep their prices unchanged.
For me, anything below 0.5% increase or decrease, you realize that they don't really change it. And we saw that for this particular window when fuel prices were escalating marginally, just below 1%. And you yourself, you mentioned that Gold still kept their prices. Most of the oil marketing companies kept their prices because when it's very marginal and you still have stock from an old window, you want to keep the market running.
Dr. Winston Amoah as Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. Now, the World Bank is projecting some exciting times for Ghana's economy from next year. The bank, in its latest economic update, is forecasting growth will pick up strongly and inflation slowing to single digit. More in the following report.
The bank, in its report, is projecting that growth will pick up strongly and within the next 2 years, averaging around 5% from its current levels. It also maintained that inflation will continue to slow down in the coming months and will hit the much talked about single-digit target within the next 2 years, getting into the Bank of Ghana's range of 6 to 10% in the medium term. On Ghana's debt stock, the World Bank argued that the country is on the path to sustainable levels based on the progress made when it comes to the debt restructuring and other key measures taken by government. However, the World Bank was quick to add that all these projections will be dependent on Ghana and managers of the economy pressing ahead with stabilization and recovery programs, as well as being disciplined with expenditure in the coming months. The World Bank also added that improving revenue mobilization will be critical going forward.
And that was a business desk report. Now, reacting to that, Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Anyakon Ampem is urging greater private sector participation to help tackle Ghana's unemployment challenge. Speaking at the launch of the World Bank's Ghana Economic Update report in Accra, Mr. Ampem Anyakon stressed that government alone cannot provide all the jobs needed.
Addressing labor market challenges and creating jobs must therefore become the first order priority. But there is hope. With gifted foresight, His Excellency President Mahama has rightly focused national attention on creating decent and dignifying jobs. He also rightly pledged to do this in collaboration with the private sector and captains of business for Ghanaians over the medium term, because we know government alone cannot solve this huge unemployment gap. we need the private sector to actively focus also on job creation.
Former Senior Kwampem as the Deputy Finance Minister to the banking space. Now, commercial banks have revealed they are complying with the new non-performing loans directive from the Bank of Ghana, despite the huge challenge that it could present to their operations. The new regulatory measures, which took off this month, will see recalcitrant loan defaulters barred from accessing credit for 5 years and names published in the national dailies. All banks should also reduce their non-performing loans ratio to 10% by end of next year or risk sanctions. John Amoah is Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks.
Behind the scene, before this directive came, the draft came to us. We also, constituted a committee to go through. Some of the suggestions that we recommended have been factored into the final document. Obviously, it's not everything that you want that you have. So there are others that we would have wished would have been in place before the release. But all in all, once it has come from the central bank, our job is to comply.
John Amoah as Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, the government failed to meet its Treasury bills target for the second week running. That's according to the auction results by the Bank of Ghana. Interest rates were, however, mixed on the yield curve. Here is more in this Business Desk report. But we'll get to that report in our subsequent bulletin. Now, Country Director of Trade Think Tank CAT International, Apia Domako, is urging MultiChoice Ghana to move quickly and address the current standoff with the Communications Ministry. This is coming after the ministry announced a 10,000 cedis daily fine from August 15 for MultiChoice Ghana. It follows MultiChoice's refusal to submit data on what goes into their subscription fee. But Domako says the current development is hurting cable network managers.
Ghanaian consumers want this whole multi-choice wahala to kind of easily pass so that people will have confidence that when they pay for their subscription, multi-choice will still be there to be able to provide services for them. The longer it goes on, the longer it also hurts the reputation of the company. And I think that the onus lies on multi-choice to negotiate in good faith with the government so that we can bring this thing to a win-win.
Apia Domako is West African Director of CAT International. Let me take you back to our earlier story. As the government failed to meet its Treasury bills target for the second week running, that's according to the auction result by the Bank of Ghana. Interest rates were, however, mixed on the yield curve. Here is more in this Business Desk report.
The government T-bills were undersubscribed by nearly 30%. The Treasury received a little over 3 billion Ghana cedis compared to a target of 4.24 billion Ghana cedis. The majority of the bids came from the 91-day bill. A little over 2 billion Ghana cedis, representing 68.4% of the bids, were tendered for the 3-month-day bill. The uptake was 2.02 billion Ghana cedis. For the 182-day bill, 678.18 million Ghana cedis of the bids were tendered. The bids accepted were estimated to the tune of 537.69 million Ghana cedis. Also, 272.58 million Ghana cedis were tendered for the 364-day bill. About 167 million Ghana cedis were accepted. Meanwhile, the yield on the 91-day bill went down by 7 basis points to 10.13%. VAT of the 182-day bill, however, went up to 12.23% from 11.54% the previous week. The yield on the 364-day bill nonetheless decreased by 2 basis points to 13.08%.
And that was a Business Desk report. To our stock market preview, the share price of MTN Ghana and Enterprise Ghana are expected to rise further this week on the Ghana Stock Exchange due to persistent investor demand. Grace Munayum of Data Bank Research explains why these stocks are the most sought after on the capital market.
Stock market closed on a positive note last week, driven by price gains in 7 equities. The top 5 gainers were GCB Bank, EcoBank Ghana, SIC Insurance, Pan Milk, and MTN Ghana. Conversely, Unilever Ghana, Car Bank, and New Gold all declined. Driven by the gains, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index advanced by 0.35% weekly, to a year-to-date gain of 51.63%, while the Data Bank Stock Index gained 0.44% weekly, to a year-to-date gain of 52.17%. Weekly turnover increased by 51.9% to 71.6 million Ghana cedis after trading 18.7 million shares over 23 counters. MTN Ghana traded the most last week and accounted for 95% of the market turnover. On outlook for this week, we take the share prices of MTN Ghana and Enterprise Group to rise further due to bids above their market prices. For Joy Business Report, Grace Monanyum of Data Bank Research.
Grace Monanyum of Data Bank Research with a preview of this week's trading on the Ghana Stock Exchange. To some commodity news now, crude oil has gone down marginally from yesterday's trading, going for $65 a barrel. The price of gold also went up marginally and it's selling at $3,348 an ounce. Cocoa is trading at $8,278 a ton. To some currency news now, the dollar is going for 10 cedis 70 pesos. That's the rate some of the major commercial banks are offering to their client this morning. The British pound is selling at 14 cedis 76 pesos. The euro is trading at 12 cedis 72 pesos. The forex bureaus, on the other hand, are selling the dollar at 11 cedis 95 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report with me, James Winston.
Thank you very much, James, for joining us with the latest in the world of business, which means we can bring you our inspirational song for today. The Gathering by C.T. Praise here on the Super Morning Show. And that's our inspirational song for today here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Good morning, Blessed.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How you doing, man?
We are feeling refreshed, isn't it?
Oh, you're feeling refreshed. I like that spirit. I like the fact that you're energized for the morning. And so, let's get ready to ramble.
Yeah.
It's a Monday. I like Mondays for the only reason that it's 4 days to Friday.
Just 4?
4 days.
It sounds like or looks like and feels like 11 days away from me.
Not at all. Anyway, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign.
The Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. Kofi, the DVLA team that has been dispatched to ensure sanity on the roads. Charlie, last week they got my friend Bipa. She paid 600 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
600 cedis, so because she didn't have a reflectors on her car, even though she argues that her car is a modern car and it comes with all these reflector lights. I see the reflector stickers. She didn't have them. She didn't have a triangle. She didn't have a fire extinguisher. So they inspected all those things and the spot fine was applied and she paid. When she called to complain, I thought that even though her car is modern and it has reflectors, the law is the law, right? If the law requires you to have to have reflector stickers, you need to, because they serve a purpose. In instances when your car's electrical system maybe more functions whilst you're on the road and your lights don't work. That reflector sticker will show you on the road in a dark situation. You need the triangles because when you have a problem, you need to put the triangles at a safe distance to warn people that your car is broken down or something and there's a problem, not with leaves, right? And you need a fire extinguisher because when your car catches fire, you need a fire extinguisher, not water.
Yeah.
So these are important. So if you don't have any of these in your car, get them. If you don't get them and you encounter the DVLA team, you will pay on the spot.
But I have a concern though. So they're checking a lot of things. They're checking, I mean, they can actually check your wiper blades and everything.
They have to, because if your wiper blades don't work.
Yeah, I'm coming. They're checking tires and all of that. But I ask a simple question. Are our roads worthy?
Of the cars.
Are
roads car worthy? We want the cars to be road worthy, but are the roads car worthy? That's a good one.
That's what we should be thinking about. I don't have a problem with DVLA going on this, but I ask a very simple question. The roads, are they car worthy?
Yeah.
Even the Legon bypass we constructed not long ago is in a bad state. We pretend we don't see these things. We're very quick to apply fines. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just sometimes. Let's think about the people, because I just end on this note. I have friends who have said, Charlie, my shocks die. But even if I change the shocks,
they will die again.
So, I mean, I just don't know what to do.
We
have bad roads.
This thing about our roads being car worthy, yeah? So over the weekend, I took a lot of screenshots online. For example, road crash continue to occur on the approach to the Brimstone Bridge on the Accra-Kumasi Highway as a result of rumble strips near Lindador rest stop. This is on Neat FM, their Facebook page. Adom reported 5 dead, several injured in Kumasi Accra Highway crash at Esuboy. Right? Stevie K. Ifa in Jaso said, if you are traveling on the N6 Kumasi Accra Road, brace yourself for a temporary hold up along the road. There's been a crash about 20 minutes from the Jaso junction, causing about a 3-kilometer long traffic on both sides of the road. Okay, so people were in traffic for about 40 minutes to 1 hour around Jaso. And these are just a few of the road crashes that were reported over the weekend. So people are dying. So are roads car worthy and people worthy?
And talking about roads, in the morning, it's still morning, when we're introducing the show, we talked about the Pokwase Sawam Road.
Crazy.
Okay. Let's get on to the phone, Kojo, and have this conversation.
We have Theo. Theo is an architect. He lives on the Pokwase Sawam stretch, and he's joined us to share his frustrations. He's been sending us lots of letters on the road, but this morning we just felt we should talk to him because he represents all the people there, really. Theo, good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Theo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
So where exactly do you live on the Pokwase Sawam stretch?
I live at Promotional.
You live at Pobiman?
Yeah, Pobiman. Yeah.
And what has your experience been over the past few years since the road construction began?
Very terrible. Very, very terrible.
What makes it terrible to you?
After the rains, I was going to work. There was this place I normally pass, so I know that place very well. I just moved out of the house, entered that place, and the bumper in front of my car came off. Because just overnight, because of the rain, there was a small pothole there. It became so big that nobody knew you could remove the bumper of a 4x4 car. I just entered it and my bumper came off. That's the situation of the road.
How long have you lived in the area?
I've been there for about 5 years now.
You've been there for 5 years. When you moved into the place, typically, if you're moving to Accra, how long did you have to spend on the road to get to Accra? And how long does it take you now, if you compare?
When I moved here, I was working around North Carnation. It normally takes me about 30 minutes to work. Then we moved to cantonment, and it increased from 30 minutes to about 45 minutes. But on weekends, on average, 20 minutes I'm in Accra.
And now, how long does it take you to get to work or to get to any of the places you go to in Accra?
Places. One day it took me 4 hours.
4 hours to move from Pobi
yes.
1.
Spent 4 hours
Accra.
fully at Amasama.
Now, the advantage is you are a resident there and you're also a built industry professional, so you have a good sense of what is happening. What's happening on the ground, and how can the situation be remedied temporarily to provide some respite to users of that particular road?
Okay, this is a big question. I think the best institution to speak to this would be the Ghana Institute of Engineers, our socio-economic professionals, and also our project management professionals. But because I'm in a built environment, and also because I have a project management background, I can speak a little to it. This road, we know, is, we'll call it arterial road that connects the southern parts of Ghana to the north. Because if you take the central region and maybe the western region out, most of our regions pass through this place. Maybe we take some of the eastern region out, but apart from that, most of them, that's the link between the regional capital and all these places. So it's a heavy duty road. And in Ghana, we've not developed our rail system. We've not developed our water transport system. We've been heavily reliant on our road system. So that tells us how important this road is to us. Major traffic, heavy vehicles are always on this road. The cars going to Burkina, Niger, Mali, and all of them are on this road. And even if we look at only the districts around this area, we are talking of a population of about 700,000. About 700,000 people, Amasama, Media, Pokwasi, Sapema, and its environs. And that alone is you can imagine the traffic that is bringing on the road. So it is one of the busiest roads.
So what Ghana. Must we do immediately? I've seen VIP buses stuck on the road. I've seen fuel tankers, the bulk road vehicles being stuck. All sorts of vehicles are having problems on the road. If there's some action that must be taken now, what should we do as a people to make your lives easier? Because you said you spent 4 hours one day getting to Accra. That same 4 hours, if I move from my house to Dambai, I'm sure I can cover an Accra Dambai trip in 4 hours without sweat.
Sure. Okay, normally what we do, because we are in a built environment, what we normally do is when a road construction project or building construction project is given out, they always put in what we call preliminaries. Part of it is to take care of traffic management, if it is going to affect traffic, and there is a huge sum of money put aside for that. And most of the time, those can be extended. So whether works is going on or not, it is expected that the contractor is on site, making sure that these safety things are working. Even if major construction is not going on, regular resurfacing, releveling of the road and watering it is important. And that, I don't think, should come to a halt.
At the moment, that is not happening.
That is not happening.
So what are residents doing about this? I've seen calls for a demonstration. I've seen attempts to in fact, about a month or two ago, you demonstrated. Beyond that, what are you doing about this situation?
We those of us who have access to some few people, we try calling some few people. Last week, for example, we tried calling the special aid to the road minister to see if we could channel our grievance through him to the road minister. In Ghana, it looks like the citizens are powerless. It looks like that. So when you try to push these things forward, it becomes so difficult. Just about 2 days ago, I was trying to talk to Nana Yaokese when he spoke about this road. I contacted him and I was telling him it's good that the journalists and the media stations are trying to push this forward, because it looks like the authorities were not ready to listen to anybody and they don't care about anybody. Like I said earlier, the best thing for now will be for the authorities, even if there is an issue, if there is a need to investigate issues like we are hearing online and the rest, they still need to make sure that the road is motorable. All these people, I wonder why those who are affected seriously, including me, none of them has taken this maybe to the court or something to enforce them, because we are struggling. We are paying roadworthy. We need to move. We should need to be able to convey ourselves and our goods to wherever we are going and back.
Theo, thank you this morning for joining us on the show to share your experiences on the Pokwase in Sawam Road. If you just tuned in, we're just talking to a resident of the Pokwase in Sawam stretch. He lives in Pobiman. He used to spend 45 minutes to get to Accra. Sometimes these days he does 4 hours, and we all know the nature of that particular road. And Honorable Agboja, you said here that the work is going to continue. When is it continuing? When is it going to continue? And whilst we wait for that, what can we do to make it easier for vehicles to move on the road? Is the N6, the main national central trunk road? It can't be in the States, it is. So that was Drive Safe extension.
Yes, that's the extension. But Kojo, for those who use, that stretch, you can get on to WhatsApp 055-1111-997 and share your thoughts with us. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS. I like to say Twitter.
I used the Dawena Road last week. It's not as bad as the.
It's been worked on, right?
Yeah, yes. Some action is happening. It's not as bad. It doesn't have the ponds like the Nsawam Road, but it could be better. It could be better. Oswald is working on the other road that goes to Dodua. It's also in a better shape compared to the Nsawam Road. In other parts of the country too, there are a lot of roads that need attention. The Sunyane Ring Road, it also needs attention as it's raining now. The Koto Chrome Road, it also needs attention. If you go to Takrade and in Poho,
the Poho Road is so bad. I mean, if it rains, you don't want to go there.
Yes.
Someone sent a message. Nick. The Mpoho Road is very crucial. Said, please, can we create an emergency fund just for 2 years to fix our roads, Accra to Kumasi and Accra Cape Coast, and I'm sure the other roads, increase a little of fuel by 2 cities to solve this problem.
If we did that, we would get at least 10 billion Ghana cities every year, right?
Yeah.
But to support the road sector.
Yes, but big push.
Big Push is going to invest 10 billion. Is it $10 billion?
$10 billion over 4 years.
Yes.
13 billion this year, and it's all going to the road sector. In addition to the Ministry of Roads and Highways' own budget of 3 billion, that's like 16 billion. But this is it for me. Years ago, before we get to say it right, somebody went to a Minister of Roads and indicated he was prepared to build roads, first-class roads in this country. PPP. Now, the state wouldn't pay a peswa. All the state would do is to award the contract, and after the construction of the road, they would toll it.
Yeah.
They would give the state 30% of the revenue from the tolls. After 15 years, they'll transfer the roads to the state. At that point in time, they must make sure that the roads would last not less than 15 years at the time of transfer.
Yeah.
And if the state so decides, they can still manage the collection of tolls.
Yeah.
But this time, the state would take 70% and they would take 30%. Guess what? We're still waiting.
If you fixed my road and it reduced my traffic time by 50%, I won't mind paying some good money as tolls.
Great. Kojo, we'll bring you Say It Right later. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you, which means we can get into the newspapers. The newspaper review is brought to us by Kel Chaco Toothpaste. Happy Smile. Syntex Tank, strong, tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
The Daily Graphic is here. It appears that the president has resumed official duties. President Mahama on official visit to Japan and Singapore. That was announced late last night, or let's say midday, around midday yesterday. And so it's captured here on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Then there's the story about the drip machines, because the there's a caution here. Return drip machines to RCCs. That's according to the national coordinator, as he's warning defaulting municipalities or metros or district assemblies. He has a caution for them, asking them to return all of this equipment.
These drip machines can be taken to the Pokwasi road to make the road good. They are graders, they are bulldozers, they are excavators, they are dumpers. Let's go and haul material and come and spread it on the road. At least if the contractor is not getting back to site, make it better for people to move around before we get to the completion of the project. Yeah. Anyway, let me take you to the news center. If you go to the news center, NPP grants amnesty to suspended members. That's one of the big stories. MTN Ghana gives 4 national football teams $2 million worth of sponsorships. How Ghana went broke. World Bank points to financial sector cleanup cost, COVID-19, declining revenues, soaring debt, and weak controls. And Audu Mahama makes case to lead Primpag into new era. Still on the front page of the news center, Phage refreshes thousands free at the funeral of the fallen 8. On Friday at the state funeral, Phage, which is the Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, GEPA, which is the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and Joy FM collaborated to distribute coconuts and other cut fruits to the mourners for free. We saw over the weekend on social media some people saying that the state imported coconuts to give to mourners. Ghana is actually an exporter of coconuts, and coconut is one of the 9 products that we are promoting globally to increase our forex. So Ghana didn't import any coconuts, and this was a contribution by 3 entities to support a state event. So people should disabuse their minds of any importation of coconuts or the state spending money buying coconuts. It was for free.
The news, the new publisher is also here. You are not a professor. GTEC is reporting Grace Ayensu Dankwa, the Deputy Health Minister, to the presidency and threatens court action. So we've seen that lawyers for the Deputy Minister have also written to GTEC. So that's a clash of concerns over designation here. So it's also on the front page of the new publisher. Ayine insists Tokono suspension still in force. That's in response to the concerns by the Commonwealth Lawyers Network. They've written to the Republic of Ghana asking authorities to reverse the suspension of Justice Gertrude Tokono, but the AG is not having any of that. He says we're a sovereign nation and that he's taking that sole decision there to keep it in force. NPP pardons all suspended members. That's a directive coming through from the acting national chairperson. In fact, some of the rank and file of the party appear to be moving away from that point. We do not know exactly what the terms are, but it appears if you've been suspended, you would have to pick up a form again because there's an amnesty for persons who've moved away from the party.
Since they had membership cards, they might just continue.
So is Alan rejoining the NPP?
Well, that's a question.
Was he suspended or he left?
No, he left. He resigned.
But after resigning, then
the amnesty is to what? Suspended people.
Not for those who resigned.
He resigned.
Okay.
I don't know whether, but I do not think that Alan wants to go back to the NPP.
What if he wants to go back?
That's a decision he will go. The party would sit on it. I don't think he wants to go. He says he's going to contest 2028.
Okay. On the ticket of the
NPP has opened their nominations. Have you heard Alan Chamati picking a form? Have you seen
we
him
just saw the announcement that
he will not go there.
Okay.
He's going to contest as on the ticket of the Movement for Change.
Okay. Now let's go
or independent.
Let's go to the Daily Guide. The angle on the Tokono issue says Commonwealth lawyers AG clash over Tokono. Robbers steal £100 of gold in Rambo style. They also took away 80,000 Ghana cedis. Do you know where this happened?
In Mpoho.
In Mpoho?
Yeah.
Yes.
One person has been arrested.
Yes.
And the Western Regional Police Command is on a manhunt for the remainder of these persons. Yeah.
And government sets up support fund for helicopter crash victims' children. NPP grants amnesty to suspended members. And GTEC chases deputy minister over professor title. This is the story of Madam Grace Ayensu Dankwa, Dr. Grace Ayensu Dankwa.
And you've seen her lawyers respond. They are unhappy with the GTEC. I've seen people also questioning, Ahmed Jinapo's professorship. Well, he was a lecturer at the University of Education, Winneba, and he was awarded a professorship.
Associate professor?
Associate, yes.
Okay.
By the University Council.
So there is associate professor, there is full professor, and then there is emeritus professor.
Emeritus professor, yeah.
Charlie Winston, no quite wow.
Oh,
Professor Winston.
Oh, David. I'm not. Once you get into academia, that should be your target. That you become a professor.
Let me say good morning to Professor Daniel Nukpeza. Yes, when he was lecturing me, he was doctor. Now he's professor.
Oh yeah,
he's the head of the institute.
Yeah,
it's
must
not
write.
easy to be a professor.
Yeah, it's not easy, not at all. But I think these days it's actually easier than it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Because of technology, you can do a lot of things. In those days it was very difficult to be a professor. Now it's easier. So people should just write.
Okay.
Write to the correct journals. It'll be accorded a title. Anyway. Let's get into other stories.
Well, all the other papers are still talking and reeling under this controversy between the Deputy Health Minister and GTEC. The Republic Press is also talking about it, indicating that GTEC is chasing the NDC MP over proof of professorship. And then there's the talk about the New Patriotic Party granting amnesty to erring members. But the bigger story is about Brian Achampong, right? The fact that, he's been doing some campaigning and speaking quite a lot. But he's a member of the Presby Church, I believe, so looks like he graced one of the occasions there and is lauding the role of the Presby Church in national development. And I've seen some videos of him also trying to explain how he's been supportive of the New Patriotic Party, a reason for which he should be giving a chance to lead the party. Looks like he's been giving some cash on a monthly basis, I believe, to party members, he says.
He was in charge of the Eastern region during the last elections, and he supported the party's parliamentary candidates.
Right.
And you see, when you are in opposition, the reality is that you need someone who is resourceful.
To support.
And so Brian is just saying, I'm resourceful. So
if you need a cash, I'm the cash man.
The amount of money I've seen being mentioned, Charlie, where do we get all that money from?
No, I think the 2 million he mentioned probably is not 2 million Ghana cedis. You cannot give 2 million Ghana cedis to each polling station. It doesn't make sense.
That's what I saw.
But that doesn't make sense, because when it gets to election day machinations and others, you probably will be needing some. You don't need 2 million for a polling station.
The amount of money our politicians claim to be spending on campaigns and everything should make us worried.
Sure, but I say that nobody can give every polling station 2 million Ghana cedis. That's a lot of money. 2 million Ghana cedis, my brother.
Should we call him for a clarification?
You can call him for.
I heard 2 million to every polling station.
I think it probably may have been.
Let me give you a mashup of some of the headlines from two papers. National Security Police intensify crackdown on Galamsey operations. Pokwasi Sam road contractors must return to the road or we strike. This is GPRT of the TUC. Justice Palmwine is acting as Chief Justice during Bafoboni's absence. And if you go to the BNFT, only 250,000 jobs created for 2.7 million new workers in 10 years. This according to the World Bank reports. And there are some other stories on the front page of the BNFT.
Maybe the final one would be the Ghanaian publisher, which is also talking about this race that's coming up. Primpack looks like the election is coming up just as the GJA. So we wait to see what the outcome will be.
Let's get online. The online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And you know what? Now is the time to know that when time is of the essence, banking should not slow you down. Skip the queues and deposit cash straight into your account with Zenith Bank's cash deposit ATMs. It's available 24 hours a day. Zenith Bank's cash deposit ATMs are actually located. You can find one at East Legon, Laboni, Techi Plaza. If you're in the Ashanti region, Ahunjo, and also Sunyani, you can find some of the cash ATMs there, and also the head office branch. So experience fast, secure, and convenient cash deposit anytime of the day. Now that's banking on your terms. Zenith Bank is working in your best interest.
Major online lawyers for Grace Ayinsu Dankwa accused GTEC of bias impropriety. You can check that out, and updates to a lot of the stories as well on Major Online.
Time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, and Glyco, we cushion you for life.
CMT. Business Daily is in 30 minutes. Does a row between one of the world's most powerful politicians, President Trump, and one of the world's most powerful bankers, Jerome Powell of the US Central Bank, have consequences for the global economy? We'll hear why it might, how we got here, and try and work out what happens next.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview, conversations with the people shaping our world, with me, Julia Caesar, BBC Business Reporter. For this episode of The Interview, I speak to the chairman of the Lavazza Coffee Company, Giuseppe Lavazza. An estimated 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day around the world, and this figure continues to grow. But as the industry looks to meet this increased demand, Mr. Lavazza warns that it faces a number of challenges, including supply chain disruptions and rising raw material costs due to unpredictable weather patterns caused by climate change.
It's quite a difficult situation. We need a market much more stable, especially when you think about our customers and looking after the prices with a lot of concerns when they saw price of staples as coffee are moving high, especially in a context of high inflation.
Giuseppe Lavazza. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
Hello, I'm Justine Green with the BBC News. Donald Trump has insisted that Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky could end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wanted to. Mr. Trump made the remark on social media ahead of his planned meetings with Mr. Zelensky and Ukraine's European allies in Washington on Monday. Alexander Merezhko is the chair of Ukraine's Foreign Affairs Committee.
We should continue to insist on Ukraine membership in NATO, because it's the only reliable guarantee, especially when we are talking about Putin's behavior. It's the only deterrent which can for sure stop him. But I believe that it's a great idea that our American friends are starting to talk about involvement of the United States in some kind of guarantees.
Deadly Russian drone attacks on Ukraine have continued. At least 5 people were killed when an apartment building was hit in the northeastern city of Kharkiv. The mayor said one of the dead was a 2-year-old boy. Israel is under renewed pressure to allow more food aid into the Gaza Strip, where hunger is worsening. The Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa and Egypt's Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati are visiting the Rafah border crossing to highlight the problem. The Gaza side is closed and under Israeli military control. Riot police in Israel have violently broken up a protest outside the headquarters in Tel Aviv of the Prime Minister's Likud party, one of the biggest rallies since the war in Gaza began nearly 2 years ago. Yola Nell is in Jerusalem.
It was really one of the largest but also one of the angriest protests that we've had in 22 months of war. You had some protesters going to the Israeli Prime Minister's Likud party headquarters, and there were clashes there with riot police as they tried to force them away. Through the day we saw roads blocked, restaurants, businesses were closed, and this really reflects the growing frustration that there is among Israelis about the government's plan to push ahead by expanding its military offensive in Gaza.
A court in Australia has fined the national airline Qantas a record $58 million for illegally sacking 1,800 ground staff during the COVID pandemic. A federal court judge, Michael Lee, said he wanted the fine to be a real deterrent to other employers. Michael Caine is the head of the Transport Workers Union.
Justice Lee has absolutely smashed Qantas today for its illegal conduct, and rightly so. This penalty of $90 million, an unprecedented amount for an industrial breach, reflects the gravity of this. This is the largest breach in industrial relations history, and it devastated these workers and their colleagues and their families.
Qantas has apologised for carrying out the mass dismissals, but the judge said he didn't believe the contrition was genuine. World News from the BBC. Russian state media say the number of people killed by a fire on Friday at a factory in the Ryazan region has risen to 20. More than 30 others are still in hospital. Independent Russian media reports say the blast happened at a gunpowder and ammunition factory south of Moscow. A similar number of people were killed in an explosion at the same plant 4 years ago. More than 100 people are still missing in the Pakistani province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa after devastating flash floods. The number of people killed across Pakistan and Pakistani-administered Kashmir is now put at more than 330. Evacuation orders have been issued to multiple provinces with forecasts of heavy rainfall, Azadeh Mashiri reports from the country.
The search for the missing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is being hampered by the scale of the devastation. It's still raining in many of the affected areas, and emergency teams are struggling to remove the mud and debris. A local official in the district of Buner has told the BBC people are still thought to be trapped under the rubble. Tents have been provided for survivors who've been displaced by the floods. And as the rescue and relief work continues, Pakistan is being warned of more heavy rainfall, and with it, more flash floods and landslides. This time, those warnings also concern Punjab, the most populous province.
China's main stock market index has climbed to its highest level in 10 years. It's thought investors have been heartened by an easing of the trade war, which was started earlier this year by Donald Trump. The index is still far below its all-time high, which was set in 2007. Slang terms popularised by social media, including tradwife and delulu, are among thousands of new words to be added to the Cambridge Dictionary. Another is skibbity, defined as a word that can have different meanings, such as cool or bad, or be used meaninglessly as a joke. Delulu is a play on the word delusional. BBC News.
Fidelity Bank say save and win. Montio, Sika boom. Just deposit and begin. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sika-boom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Glyco Life Micro Insurance customers, hey! Glyco Life damwase more piafo ya sumo e konfinche duanan bonsumuni ya nantiye ye damwase ne yasemo se ye the Glyco Life app aba e wo mobile phone so a ama yenkita hodie ayemre. Glyco Life Micro Insurance goes digital. Say die uye Glyco Life edwankoso ana Glyco Life enidaso customer ehun hia se obenya adansidie krata ekyerese wetua bibi ama Glyco die hia ni se ube downloadu Glyco Life app no ana ye agenta ya tetom abefo kwan so ebeboa wo mwetumi a downloadu ewo phone so 24 hours ebre any baby a wo bia ubetumi etua wontie ni ama Glyco anampo ubetumi ajosika efri Glyco nchen abefo kwan so sanhihye yi e de asomdwe ebebre Glyco Life adwadifo baby a wo ene ebre bia Glyco we cushion you for life.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush it clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
This
advert is FDA approved.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Charlie, not again. And I need to return this car by Friday. No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? How? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
Yes, Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required. Promo runs from now to 31st October. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509-551-609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Your family's health should never be a worry, no matter where you are in the world. Are you a Ghanaian in the diaspora, a foreign resident in Ghana, or a Ghanaian looking for the perfect health insurance plan for yourself or your family in Ghana? Then the Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover is what you need. A comprehensive health insurance plan to protect your loved ones. From hospital stays to life-saving treatments, we ensure quality healthcare at an affordable cost. Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover. You don't just send love home, you secure it. Visit Apex Health Insurance at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shashi East Legon, or call 0540-128-256 or 0501-683912. Apex Ebusiapa Health Plan. Global love, local care.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V-Power. With Shell V-Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V-Power removes performance rubbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Everybody having a ball. Until the fellas start the name calling. And the girls respond to the call. I have a poor one shout out.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the dance people had a ball push. Billy Bondens get out. Get back, Gruffy. Bash Gruffy. Get back, you flea infested mongrel. Gonna tell myself I man no get angry. Hey, yeah. 280 cars calling them K9. Hey, but they tell me, hey man, it's part of the party. You put a woman in front and a man behind. I heard a woman shout out.
Who let the dogs out?
doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh doggy, hold your bone. Oh doggy, hold it.
A doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone.
Oh doggy, hold your bone. Oh doggy, hold it. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
I see the young people had a balcony. Billy Mountains get out. Get back, Gruffy. Bash Gruffy. Get back, you flea infested mongrel.
Well, if I am a dog, the party is on. I gotta get my groove on, got my mind, I'm gone. Do you see the rays coming from my eye? Walking through the prison, Digimon is breaking them down. Me and my white sock, short, tail, and gassy color. Any caliber do.
And that's Baha Man with Who Let the Dogs Out here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Why did DJ Obeti choose this song?
Who let the dogs out?
Who? That's it.
Who let the dogs out?
You, Kojo.
This song, if you go to my father's hometown and you change dogs to cats, who let the cats out? Meow, 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 meow.
Please. Friends of Joseph are not happy with you this morning.
I'm a Joseph. Mind you, I'm a Joseph.
No, not your kind of Joseph.
No, I'm a Joseph.
No.
That's what my parents named me.
So and you named yourself what?
That's I don't use the Joseph because of people like you. Because when you hear Joseph, you think you have a cat.
Anyway, look, this morning here on the Super Morning Show, we'll be telling you the risks to Ghana's economy. The World Bank has been advising us on the things that must be done, including the role that the Bank of Ghana must even play in the forex market. We'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And also coming up this morning on Sustainability Month conversation, the focus is on the 17 SDGs right here on the Super Morning Show. We started also talking about the roads, and many of you have been sharing your thoughts with us concerning the Nsawam Pokwasi Road. So keep your thoughts coming wherever you find yourself. If you have bad roads, well, now's the time to share it, isn't it?
You know, on the road, somebody called us during the BBC, one of our friends, and she says that now her family is broken because of the road. Her son has to leave home and go and stay in North Kaneshi because of schooling, right? She also now needs to leave home and go and stay somewhere else with her sister, because by the time she gets to work, the amount of fuel she would have burnt, the struggle she goes through, the traffic, and the husband also has to figure out something else to do because it's just breaking them apart. And there are people who have left their homes around the Kuntunse, Pobima, Namasaman area, and have had to move to other parts of the city to rent. So you spend money to get a mortgage or buy a house or build a house. Then you leave that house because we are constructing a road, and we are not managing the project such that whilst we improve the infrastructure, we do not deny citizens of the right to move safely. It just doesn't make sense, and it is engineering.
Yeah,
this is not juju. This is not juju. It is engineering. Sure. You can engineer the stuff to be as safe and as convenient as possible whilst you are trying to expand and upgrade it.
And we'll get into that conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But welcome to Safari Valley Resort. You know, that's your number one conference destination where business meets nature. Because, at Safari Valley Resort, they redefine and craft what it means to host a conference. So whether you're planning your board meetings, management strategy sessions, or leadership retreats, Safari Valley Resort offers you unforgettable conference experience. For inquiries, please call them now on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
And want extra peace of mind for you and your family? Get more Enidaso from Glycolife, a life insurance plan that truly delivers. Enjoy free e-health services, a guaranteed death benefit for your loved ones, and a permanent disability benefit that supports you through life's unexpected challenges. So you know what? It's simple, it's secure, it's just a dial away. Dial star 765 hash now to sign up. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
And the CD is looking good. This morning, Guta is urging their members to reduce prices of their items and the goods they sell. And so it means that even though the CD is looking good, our purchasing power has not really improved, right? But Bank of Africa is fixing that with their quick fix loan. They're empowering you to grab this rare opportunity. It's a loan on the go. Get up to 5 months of your net salary and pay within 11 months. It's as easy as it can get. No deposit build-up required. Just straightforward application at the lowest interest rate with Bank of Africa. So visit any Bank of Africa branch today or contact their call center on 0302 242 9333 or 0302 242 9690 for inquiries and assistance. Terms and conditions apply. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
And well, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, which is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. Now, they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. What this means is that all you have to do is log on to kingdomstoreonline.com and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment, via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And while at it, of course, MNC Group Global is also here. Discover more about them, your number one partner in real estate, minerals trading, exports, logistics, food commodity trading. With their global presence, they connect you to markets that drive business growth and tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. So you need to find out more about MNC Group Global. Trust them to maximize your value in every deal. So reach them, MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
Kovi, what do you do when someone with an experience that spans over 180 years gives you a promise?
Sharp, I believe in it.
You have to believe in it. That's why you need to believe in the promise of Old Mutual. We all know that life is full of surprises, and when the unexpected happens, you need support that's convenient and fast. And with Old Mutual, 180 years of expertise, they understand that you don't have to wait for what is rightfully yours. You can make claims of up to 3,000 Ghana cedis instantly on all your saving policies. And no long wait, no paperwork, simply claims paid instantly by Old Mutual. So call them today on 030-7600 or visit oldmutual.com now and WhatsApp them on 050-833-3537. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
So Ghana, let's talk water tanks, and I'm sure by now you know the secret to real water storage. Charlie, is very simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank, because the tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. Strong, durable, and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. So this is what I want you to do. Just pick up your phone and call 0244 335 168 to buy now or find one of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, strong, tough.
And of course, Kilentia for extra protection with a new Lifebuoy Carbolic promo pack. Buy 5 pieces of the Lifebuoy Carbolic and get 1 extra bar for free. It's absolutely free and to your fast. Visit any of the supermarkets near your provision shops for your promo pack now, because Kilentia for extra protection. Choose Lifebuoy, choose protection.
Now, let me tell you about the SG Ghana Yasain Atiso loans promo. Yasain Atiso loans promo is the low interest loans. They are back if you are a salaried worker, you're on the controller's payroll, you work with SG Ghana or a listed institution, or you already bank with SG Ghana. This is your time. From now to the end of September 2025, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana. You can use the loan for your personal or business needs and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates during the Yasain Atiso loan promo. Join thousands of Ghanaians transforming their lives with the money they need at the rates they love. I love that. You transform your life with the money you need at the rates you love with the SG Ghana Yasain Atiso loans promo. Call them on 0302-214-314 for more details about the Yasain Atiso loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
So imagine owning, a executive plot that appreciates in value, located less than an hour's drive from the airport. Wake up to a breathtaking view of the hills and serene atmosphere at McCarthy Hill, Dodowa, and Chopoli every day.
Enjoy the mist and fog patches of those areas.
Charlie, Western Villas offers a perfect blend of nature and tranquility with city amenities such as electricity, piped water, security, and road network. Their Hacho and Ayimens luxury homes are gated estates ideal for those who want luxury, security, and investment returns. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve a secured executive plot and start your journey to becoming a proud landlord. Invest in your dream plot at McCarthy Hill, Dodua and Chopoli today. Contact Western Villas now on 0536 502295 or visit westernvillas.com for more information.
So if you wait there, poker senior mastermind for no betting abeto hacho dine be no man.
Dodges traffic
enough for bit is a gina money to Mumbe Tobina. Dodges traffic no home. Western Villas.
Sharp.
Aye. I don't know.
Well, just a reminder also that we are still in the Joy Sustainability Month, Winston, so we need to just rehash that and tell our listeners that each week, and each weekday, you will be joined by experts who would lead the conversations on the Super Morning Show and other programs, talking about how to afford your home in Ghana, why your food is costing so much, what we can do about it, and how we can cut transport costs, and also practical ways to power our homes. So these and more are coming your way in the coming days, even today as well. And you should be with us throughout the period on the Joy Sustainability Month, and it's where your sustainability future starts with the right conversation. So the Joy Sustainability Month is brought to you by Joy Business and supported by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
And Optimal Solar Solutions and PwC. And this morning we are talking to Dr. Ezekiel Akwa. Winston, earlier you mentioned the World Bank report and the various dynamics. For example, on poverty, what does the SDGs say about poverty? What are the targets? We have until 2030 to meet the targets. What can Ghana do to lift all our citizens, those in poverty, out of poverty? We are talking about infrastructure, living in urban areas. What can we do to make the Pokase people, for example, enjoy a better life? People on the Takrady Road right now, what kind of smart infrastructure can we put in place? So all those are conversations we'll be having till the end of the month. The funeral, because of the funeral, we put a stop to the conversations, but we are back this week. Sustainability continues. But something which is also back and bigger is Fidelity Bank Sika Boom Reloaded promo. Yes, it is here to reward your savings with life-changing cash prizes. Just deposit and maintain 500 Ghana cedis or more in your Fidelity account, and you could win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in their grand draw. With every 500 Ghana cedi deposit growth, you stand a chance to win 5,000 Ghana cedis in monthly draws. Don't have an account yet? Don't worry. Open one, save smart, earn points, and win big. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Sika Boom style. This promo is on the NLS Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply.
Now let me introduce you to Total Energy's Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its amazing 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. So thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. Charlie, you will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energy's Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality.
And every time we eat food, and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, sometimes gum disease, and in some cases foul breath as well. So brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste could be of help. Pepsodent Charcoal is made of a fine blend of fluoride. You have the unique combination of natural charcoal, lemon, mint. You have zinc as well to whiten your teeth and strengthen them, and to remove bad odor out of your mouth. So charcoal white as well gently polishes away both stains and naturally restores your bright smile. Then there's also the Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste, which is infused with a unique blend of green tea and herbal extracts, formulated to repair and protect your gum while giving you that all-round cooling sensation. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and night before you sleep. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for the last 25 years. And Pepsodent is also recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. They are giving you that opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. It's on the toll-free number 0800 161 000. And that's how you talk to a dentist for free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. So, Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Now, those who left for the Access Bank trip to Istanbul, they are returning today or tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't get the chance to go this year, I have a tip for you. Join the Access Bank Faketwa Beji Kesie promo, okay? And save your winnings for the trip next year. Now, with the Faketwa Beji Kesie promo, you deposit money a minimum deposit of 250 Ghana cedis to join the promo. You increase your deposit to 500 Ghana cedis or more to qualify for a draw. And if you are in the youth category, have a youth account, you spend 500 cedis or more with any Access Visa card and you qualify for rewards. And the rewards are amazing. There's over 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash to be won. So if you want to join the trip to Turkey next year and you want to use Access Bank's own money, you have to join the Access Bank Fakitwa Beju Kesio promo. If you're lucky to win, you win some money, you win some other things, and it positions you to enjoy life better the Access way. Access Bank is more than banking.
When we return after these messages here on the Super Morning Show, well, the good news is that we bring you sports, birthday messages, and food for thought with Uncle Ibu White. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ah, Ma, have you received the delivery?
Sis, yeah, the rider's bay. Send in the momo.
Okay, star 17.
Ah, Paco, don't you use a smartphone? Use a momo app, ne?
Huh? Abba app.
Hey, I want to say a millennium, say millennial. Inim. Oh, millennium for ya nyaze. Switch to the app. Oh, you're smart. And oh, you're secure.
Enter a world of possibilities with the Momo app. Pay your favorite merchant, pay utility bills, and borrow from our wide range of lending services. Move to the app side today. MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, get a quick fix loan from Bank of Africa at a very low interest rate. Call or visit Bank of Africa today. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And let's see whose birthday it is today. Friday was your birthday, Delali Doche. So a belated happy birthday to you, Delali Doche. I couldn't wish you. Let me see whose birthday it is today. This one says, happy birthday to Kojo Akoto of Nestle Business Services. Wishing you long life, good health, and prosperity. From your wife, Miriam Osei, Kofi, brothers, sisters-in-law, and the entire family. Much love and joy to the max. And also, happy birthday to Madame Sarah Ribero of North Ridge, Accra, from all of us here at the Multimedia Group. And a belated happy birthday to you, Michelle Enim Odami. We appreciate and love you. Your personality makes you one of a kind. God richly bless you from your office colleagues.
And today is the birthday of Professor Fred Mark Bagon-Luri of Accra.
Academic City
in Accra. Today is your birthday. And also to IS Kananzoe, today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to Ian Agbenyaga, happy birthday to you. Congrats also going out to Etonam James Flolu and Jacinta Jemima Onyenuga. You got married over the weekend in Ho. May God bless your marriage. Congratulations to you. Enjoy this journey together.
Great. It means that we can bring you the Sports Center now, proudly brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. FPAC blows your pain away, and DSTV. And then Cowbell Coffee with you every moment.
And have you guys heard about the latest from MTN? If not, then listen, because for those of you who love MTN Free After One, prepare for the upgraded experience that is MTN's Free After One Extra. Now, let me tell you about this whole extra and what it's about. MTN Free After One Extra. You can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes you talk. Now, which means that for every 10 minutes you talk within an hour, you only pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 minutes straight without interruptions. So, you like what you hear? Well, as if that's not enough, you also get 50 megabytes of data for free after your first call daily. So, you see, now's the time to talk extra with all the people you love. So, subscribe now to the MTN Free After One Extra today by dialing star 550 hash. Star 550 hash is the number to call, and follow the prompts, and you will be on the MTN Free After One Extra.
Well, if you want to invest, you have to act on insight, not hindsight. And we know that for many years you've been working hard to build what you have now. And you want to even build it better and grow your wealth. Now is the time to take it to the next level. And you need to talk to Standard Chartered. You get more than banking. You get access to a global network of tailored solutions designed to grow, manage, and protect your wealth for generations to come. And the expertise and global network offers you an area of wealth and diversified investment options across the globe. So talk to them, act on insight. Let Standard Chartered help you grow, protect, and safeguard your wealth. Let's get talking. Call Standard Chartered today on 023 300 0041. Standard Chartered, here for good. And my brother is here. Fentu Tahiru Fentu.
Hello, Kojo. How you doing?
Tahiru Fentu.
How are you doing, my brother?
I'm great.
Yes, you had a good weekend?
I had a good weekend, and I was also excited that the local leagues are getting sponsorship.
Yes.
You know, for me, these days, I don't watch any foreign league. I don't follow it. It's all about the local league.
And Black Stars and all national teams also have sponsorship from Sports Center sponsor.
MTN. Yes.
That's right. So more money in the system.
Yes.
But I'm very proud of you, Kojo, all the time. I tell you all the time. I saw the Facebook post you made about your contributions for the funeral. That was brilliant.
It wasn't mine, no.
I said, did it say
it was the association.
Yes.
Joy FM and Gepa.
You are part. Are you not part? Oh. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentu Tahir Fentu. Coming up,
Pedro Porro, Kudus. Oh, beautiful drop on the shoulder from Kudus. And what a magnificent goal! That is sensational from Richarlison. Plenty support to his left, Semenyo, if he can see them in his peripheral vision. Semenyo! Bournemouth refuse to give up and get back on level terms. It's a second goal for Anton Semenyo.
Yeah, Black Stars players lighting up the Premier League on the opening weekend. Kudus Mohammed with 2 assists, Semenyo with 2 goals. We've got all of that coming up. Of course, Semenyo's performance was marred by the reported racial abuse. There's more on that a little later. Also coming up.
In they go. Rice. Deer couldn't keep it out. Calafiori heads. Arsenal celebrate the opening goal at Old Trafford.
Yeah, Arsenal urging Manchester United at Old Trafford with yet another corner goal. But first, we are going to talk about this. New signing Frank Duku and Hamza Issa. They scored first half goals as Hearts of Oak beat Hearts of Lions 2-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium last night to be crowned 2025 Amoah Peace Cup champions.
Here is Hamza Issa. Can he get a second? Hamza is racing towards goal. It's Hamza, and he's made it 2-0 for the Phobians.
Promising.
That's the final whistle from referee Julian Nuno. Hearts of Oak have been made champions of the Blessed Amoah Peace Charity Cup 2025.
Yeah, so the Phobians, they have now won the trophy back-to-back after also beating Hearts of Lions to last year's trophy. Speaking after the game, the Hearts of Oak coach Didi Dramani expressed excitement for the victory, but Lions assistant coach Daniel Niaje was a bit unhappy.
I've always been a normal person, irrespective of, and that's why when I even lose games, I just pick the lessons from it and then I move ahead. Yeah, it's good to win, and then it's good to stay very competitive.
I'll say I'm a bit disappointed because losing 2 times is not a good thing, but that's football. If you work hard, you can win. I think were some lapses that caused us this defeat, so we are going to work on it.
That's Daniel Niaje there. Before him, you had Masoud Didi Dramani. Daniel Niaje is the assistant coach for Accra, for Pando Hearts of Lions. I beg your pardon. Now, before last night's Amoah Cup game, a minute silence was held in honor of the 8 fallen heroes. Meanwhile, Asante Kotoko and Gold Stars, they have ramped up preparations for their Africa campaign with friendly matches here and there. Kotoko, they beat Black Emancipation 2-1 in a friendly in Cape Coast before winning 2-0 against Neat Soccer Academy in a second friendly game. Gold Stars, on the other hand, beat Great Olympics 1-0 on Saturday at Legon. Let's do athletics now. Team Ghana has opened camp in Texas ahead of the World Athletics Championships in September with an all-sprinter squad featuring the nation's fastest men in 2025. Leading the group is Abdul Rashid Saminu, who ran a national record of 9.84 seconds in May, and is also in camp Ibrahim Fuseni, Barnabas Age, Mustafa Bokpin and Isaac Bosio. Benjamin Azamati, who clocked 9.98 seconds as Sherman Oaks, will join after his August 18 competition in Europe. The team is training at the Texas A&M University under coach George Pinnock. The 2025 World Athletics Championships will run from September 11 all the way to September 21. From September 13 actually to September 21 in Tokyo. Now, speaking of young athletes impressing, the 2025 Africa Youth and Junior Weightlifting Championship is underway at the Gamashi Hall at the Transport Emporium in Accra. That competition will go from August 18 today all the way to August 22. Over 200 athletes and officials from 13 countries, including Algeria, Egypt, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and host Ghana, are competing in the continental event. Now, let's do Ghanaian players abroad. Antoine Semenyo kicked off his Premier League season with a brace against defending champions Liverpool on Friday night at Anfield, despite Bournemouth losing by 4-2 in that game. The match was briefly paused around the half-hour mark after the Ghana forward reported racial abuse while preparing to take a throw-in. Referee Anthony Taylor addressed the issue with both managers and captains before play resumed. Semenyo then went on to score twice before late goals from Chiesa and Salah won the game for Liverpool. Speaking after the game, the Liverpool boss Arne Slot said the abuse marred the beauty of their win.
We don't want this in football. We don't want this in a stadium to happen, but especially not at Anfield. We should talk about that. We should talk about maybe that for a long time, because it's unacceptable that something happens like this in a stadium, let alone at Anfield. And that unfortunately gets the shine off. I don't know if that's really good English, but because our fans were unbelievable when you talk about the tribute for Diogo. So, but what happened over there is definitely, I didn't hear it. I only can say that that this should definitely not happen in a stadium.
So Anslot is not the only one condemning the abuse. Former Man United defender Gary Neville, he commended the mental strength of Semenyo and called for action.
He refers to obviously the player Semenyo, who goes on to have the most incredible second half after what he's experienced in the first half, which says a lot about him as a personality and the character. And I've spoken about this personally before, where I was witnessing players getting racially abused in stadiums. I think now the players are giving support, and they will be obviously rallying round him in that changing room and making sure that he's okay. But I have to say, it's despicable. It really is, and enough is enough. I know we've said that for a long time now, but it continues to keep happening.
That's Gary Neville there, and we need to report that the fan who was at the center of this controversy was ejected from the game, and he was seen in a video in a wheelchair hurling those abusive words at Antoine Semenyo. Now, a host of other bodies, including FIFA and the Ghana Football Association, have also condemned the statements. FIFA said they'll be reaching out to Antoine Semenyo, and the Premier League has also said that the incident will be fully investigated. Elsewhere, Mohamed Kudus, he didn't have any such problems. He provided 2 assists on his Premier League debut for Tottenham as they run out 3-0 winners over Burnley on Saturday. Both assists were converted by Richarlison, including a stunning acrobatic overhead kick. Now, after the game, Richarlison described Kudus as a Brazilian because of his dribbling ability.
Part of the main reason why I came here was playing the position I want to play and be in the position where I can entertain the fans, because I believe that's what the game is about. But most importantly, is doing it at the right time and good time in higher positions in the game. So yeah, it's good we got the win and then enjoy part of the game as well.
I'm so happy. I think this guy is Brazilian. A lot of dribbles, a lot of skills. Yeah, I'm so happy with the game. The gaffer say it's clean sheet before the game, and yeah, I'm so happy.
That's Richarlison. Before him, you had Mohamed Kudus there. And elsewhere in the Premier League, of course, Ricardo Calafiori, he headed home an early corner to earn Arsenal 1-0 victory at Old Trafford against Man United on Sunday. Since the start of the 2023-24 season, Arsenal have scored the most goals from corners in the Premier League, 31 in total, while United have conceded the most from them, 23 overall. After the game, the Man United manager Ruben Amorim says United was the better team.
I think we proved today that we can win any game in the Premier League, especially against a great team like Arsenal, and we were the better team. So I'm happy with the players. I'm happy with the 3 goal, please.
Very interesting thoughts from Amorim there. There were other games in the Premier League. Villa were Sunderland, they won 3-0 against West Ham. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Man City ended in a thrilling 4-0 victory for Pep Guardiola's men. There's Leeds versus Everton a little later today. In Spain, Barcelona, they opened their La Liga defense with a 3-0 win against 9-man Mallorca. Lamine Yamal continuing where he left off from last season. England forward Marcus Rashford, he came off the bench to make his La Liga debut, the first player to play for Barcelona since Gary Lineker in the 90s, so it's been a long time. Elsewhere, Atletico Madrid, they started with a 2-1 defeat at Espanyol. Real Madrid are in action on Tuesday. Thomas Partey, he also made his first official appearance for Villarreal as a late substitute in their own 2-0 win over Real Oviedo. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Center. There's more on our website, myjoyonline.com/sports. Kojo Akoto Boateng, it's back to you. This Saturday, we're returning with the Joy Sports invitation.
Yes, and you'll all be there. We are happy that the time is due. We'll be there to run and swim and play football and importantly network and build that business community, that bond over sports, and that is passionate enough to drive national development together.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for bringing us the Sports Center. It's now time for Food for Thoughts. It's brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And Uncle Ibo is on the line. Good morning, Uncle Ibo. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good, Kojo B. And how are you, Kojo?
By God's grace, I'm good. I'm great. I'm in high spirits, and it's lovely to hear your voice this morning.
And how's the naughty boy doing?
Oh, he's in blue and white. It means he's also trying to be a good boy. Blue and white with a blue watch.
Uncle Ibo, I'm a very good boy. How are you this morning? How was your weekend? I hope you enjoyed.
Oh, my weekend was fantastic because I was working on my latest play. The title is Voices in My Head. And it's a crazy play.
Voices in my head.
In my head, yes.
And it's showing this September, right? 5th, 6th, 7th, 12th, 13th, and 14th.
5th, 6th, 7th, and then 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Voices in my head.
Pento, I know Pento will be there. Kojo, I'm going to make sure your wife is there with 3 of her friends.
I can promise you that she can come even with 10 of her friends. This time, giddy, I found the World Cup.
All right, so it's going to be a fantastic show. Voices in my head. If you haven't secured your ticket yet, Kojo will let you know how you can get your ticket. Now, Kojo, one of the most popular stories in the Bible is that of the prophet Jonah, who refused to go and prophesy against Nineveh, not because he cared for that great city, but because he feared that if the people repented and asked God for forgiveness, God will forgive them. And he, Jonah, will be thought of as a false prophet whose prediction did not come to pass. So he boarded a ship headed for Tarshish to avoid going on the mission. On the high seas, the ship was caught in a huge violent storm that threatened to break it. The sailors, desperate to save their ship and the passengers on board, cast lots to know who could be the reason for the looming disaster. The lot fell on Jonah. The sailors asked him, "What should we do to you to make the sea calm down for us?" And Jonah said, "Throw me into the sea, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you." The sailors, after initially trying to save his life, were left with no choice but to throw Jonah overboard. And the raging sea grew calm. Jonah was swallowed by a huge fish and was inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Inside the fish, he repented, and God spared his life by making the fish vomit him onto dry land. Jonah then went to Nineveh and proclaimed, quote, 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown, end of quote. Surprisingly, the Ninevites, who had a reputation of being wicked, believed God. The king of Nineveh rose from his throne, took off his royal robes, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in the dust. And he issued an order, which in part read, quote, "Do not let people or animals, herds or flocks taste anything. Do not let them eat or drink, but let people and animals be covered with sackcloth. Let everyone call urgently on God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence. Who knows? God may yet relent and with compassion turn from his fierce anger so that we will not perish." End of quote. According to the book of Jonah, when God saw how they turned from their evil ways, he relented and did not destroy Nineveh. Note, the people of Nineveh did not interact with the prophet in any way. They did not ask the prophet to see what he could do to avert the disaster. Instead, from the king to even the animals, they tried to do right by God. They prayed to God for his mercy and gave up their wicked and violent ways. And that is why God relented. The problem with the prophecies in Ghana is that we in Ghana are not prepared to repent from our wicked ways. We believe that we can pay the prophet to turn the prophecy for us without we doing right by God. The Ninevites did not go to God through the prophet. You see, if a prophecy is truly from God, we don't necessarily have to go through the same prophet to find mercy with God. And if a prophet insists that only he can do something about the prophecy, then we can question whether the prophecy is from God or not. And because our leaders go to the prophets and believe that only that particular prophet can reverse the prophecy, others, seeing the rewards that are showered on the prophets, also join in with their own prophecies. Unfortunately for us, there are many practicing Christians in this current government, right from the president down. My suggestion, let them form a prayer cell for themselves and learn to pray earnestly for the nation and for their roles in government and for their lives and that of their families. I believe that will be more effective than asking prophets to submit their prophecies for review. If the prophecy is of God, the prophet's job is done. Those the prophecy addresses must then go to God themselves and make their petition to God. The principle is this: God reveals to redeem.
God reveals
in 2
to redeem.
Kings chapter 20, God reveals to redeem. In 2 Kings chapter 20, King Hezekiah became ill and was at the point of death. The prophet Isaiah went to him and said, quote, "This is what the Lord says. Put your house in order because you are going to die. You will not recover." End of quote. Hezekiah did not pay Isaiah to do something about the prophecy. Instead, he prayed to God himself, saying, quote, "Remember, Lord, how I have walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion, and have done what is good in your eyes." End of quote. And he wept bitterly before God. God heard the prayer of King Hezekiah, and so prompt was God's answer to the prayer that before Isaiah could leave the palace, God told him, "Go back and tell Hezekiah, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. I will add 15 years to your life." In this case, as in the case of Jonah and the Ninevites, the king did not go through the prophet. He went straight to God, who sent the prophet to make a case for mercy. The problem is that most Ghanaians are not prepared to give up their wicked ways so God would show us mercy. Instead, we have created a system in which we lavish gifts and wealth on the prophet with expectation that he can do something about the prophecy without us changing our ways. The government should appreciate the fact that there are three kinds of prophets in Ghana today. First, there's a prophet sent by God. He is genuine, and his interest is only the glory of God. The second is a self-styled prophet who uses tricks and cunning to deceive people. And the third is a prophet who is using powers of darkness, juju, and evil spirits to prophesy. This kind is dangerous. The challenge is that it is not always easy to tell the three apart. And it is futile to think that any official review office can tell them apart. Even with the gift of discernment, it is sometimes dicey to know which is which. And that is why God says, allow all of them to function till the time of the harvest, the end of, or the day of judgment. Some genuine prophets look and sound like charlatans, and some charlatans look and sound like genuine prophets. Now, the directive focuses on prophecies of national nature, but the real harm that false prophets are causing in this country is not what they say about politicians and office holders. The real harm is what they do to the ordinary people of Ghana. Marriages are broken because of false and wicked prophets. Families are destroyed because of false and wicked prophecies. People are manipulated to part with their hard-earned money to these false prophets. Companies are destroyed by these false prophets. What they try to do to the politicians is just the tip of the iceberg that is false prophecies. The situation, according to scriptures, will not get better. It will get worse. The solution: let Ghanaians learn to live by the fear of God and develop a relationship with God for themselves. And these false prophets will find their market dwindling. And Kojo B, that is my presentation for this morning.
Wow. So God cannot be bribed. God cannot be manipulated.
No. But in Ghana, we think we can do it.
And
we think we can do it.
What you can give God is your heart, your humility, and your submission, and He will grant you others.
That's right. Yes.
So we cannot bribe God to change the course of our destiny.
No, the prophet won't help you. He would take your money and chop it.
Wow.
We need to understand that if we have a relationship with God, is merciful.
Yeah. Oman means you to go abone for so any papa for so.
That's right.
So if we submit and we do the right thing, He will show us mercy.
He will show us mercy, but we believe that we can do business as usual, and then we pay the prophet or give him a new car or things like that, and then he, quote unquote, will do something about the prophecy. We must understand, once the prophecy comes, the prophet does not matter.
Ofa, thank you so much. But before you go, the title of the new play again?
Voices in My Head.
Voices in My Head, and it's showing on the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 12th and 13th and 14th of September. If you want to get the tickets, are we still running the promo for the tickets, or we should sell it at the regular price?
Well, I think that we would, for today, because you've asked the question, we would run it at a special price.
Okay.
After today, we'll go back to the regular price.
Okay, Ofa, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Business Minute is coming up, but if you want to get your ticket for the latest Ebo White play, the 63rd original Ebo White play, dial *365*535#. You've heard the title, Voices in My Head, is showing 5th, 6th, 7th, 12th and 13th and 14th of September. You can call 050-554-6010 to get your tickets and also to get more information. And this is sponsored by Gino Jollof Mix and Koba, and also communication partners M Notify and Logistics Movers, and Roverman Productions, 17 years of consistency and excellence. Roverman Productions, be the difference. It's now time for the Joy Business Minute, and is brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Good morning and welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, we stand with you, and Anointed Electrical Generator Experts. Some of the major oil marketing firms have kept their prices unchanged at the pumps, at least for now. This is despite an industry data projecting that prices will go up marginally per litre over the weekend. World Bank is projecting some exciting times for economy from next year. The bank, in its latest economic update, is forecasting growth will pick up strongly and inflation slowing to single digits. Commercial banks have revealed they are complying with the new non-performing loans directive from the Bank of Ghana, despite the huge challenge that it could present to their operations. The new regulatory measures, which took off this month, will see recalcitrant loan defaulters barred from accessing credit for 5 years, and names published in the national dailies. All banks should reduce their non-performing loan ratio to 10% by end of next year or risk sanctions. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, we stand with you, and Anointed Electrical Generator Experts.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra silent, fuel efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. And for every generator you acquire, you'll enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, professional professional advice, sale of tar lights and rental. Locate their latest branch at Pokwase White House opposite Eco Block and head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway. Near the Odoko traffic light, they also have 21 branches nationwide. They're into skills training, and they have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics and electricals, and controls and solar installations. They offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Call them on 0243 480 334 or 0540 109493. Anointed, and they are the generator experts. So right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 Liver Salt, a refreshing relief. This morning we're going to be having a conversation about sustainability, the SDGs, but also of concern to us is what Ghana must do, to prevent shocks to the Ghanaian economy. The World Bank has been advising us on things that undermine our current stability that we're enjoying. We'll be sharing them with you here on the Super Morning Show.
And isn't it just amazing how the world has been ever changing, evolving? It's fascinating to think about what's next and what the next big thing could be. Today it's about AI, tomorrow who knows what will be next. But one thing is for sure, a lot has changed. But guess what? So has EcoBank. So for over 3 decades, EcoBank has pioneered a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. From the mobile app to the EcoBank Pay, then we have the express points across the country. EcoBank is right where you are. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
And the National Information Technology Agency, NITA, NITA is the agency under the Ministry of Communication, Digital and Technology and Innovations, and they bring to you this year's National ICT Week. And so it's from the 25th to the 28th of August at the Accra International Conference Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. This year's celebration is themed Ghana as Africa's digital trade hub, innovation, policy and partnerships for the future. And the event brings to you a lineup of impactful discussions, exhibitions and engagements that highlight Ghana's leadership in digital on the continent. So join us as we connect policymakers, industry leaders, innovators, and the public, all working together to shape the future of digital trade in Africa. Stay with us when we return. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show. And still to come, we're going to be having that conversation about sustainability, the SDGs, what they mean to us as a people, and also what we must do to prevent economy from experiencing setbacks. The World Bank has been warning us on what we must do. What should the Bank of Ghana do? What is the Bank of Ghana not doing right? What are the fears? Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be right back after these messages.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. It's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know. Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
This is Senna from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we are right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We are the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM and on Big Stories this morning. Brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies, Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa, and Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Our focus is on the World Bank. Now, they've actually issued a report on Ghana. And in that report, some of the things they talk about, caught our attention. For instance, the World Bank talks about the fact that, despite the positive outlook, Ghana faces significant risk that could undermine its macroeconomic stability and growth prospects. What are these risks? Now, the World Bank says these risks include delays in completing the pending external debt restructuring and in fiscal consolidation, compounded by global factors such as international conflicts, commodity price volatility. Domestically, inflationary pressures and exchange rate volatility pose threats, along with potential losses, Blessed, from state-owned enterprises in energy and guess what? Cocoa board. In particular, and lower agricultural output due to climate shocks. Now, managing election-related extra budgetary spending will be crucial going forward, and Ghana's fiscal challenges include low revenues, spending slippages, and weak public financial management, all of which threaten macroeconomic stability. Comprehensive fiscal reforms and structural changes are essential for ensuring stability and sustainable development, and maintaining a steadfast pace of structural reforms is necessary to restore public support, sustain economic stabilization, and uphold investor confidence. However, it says Ghana stands at a pivotal moment with the opportunity to redefine its economic trajectory and build on recent progress. We'll be telling you more about all of these here on the Super Morning Show.
Interesting find is there. Well, the Telecel Too Much Money promo is impacting many lives. 7,200 winners have already won 100 cedis each in the daily draws. 53 winners have taken home some 20,000 cool Ghana cedis. So each week it's happening and more winners are being rewarded. So you need to be a part of this. Just dial *500#. Download the Telecel Play app now to obtain the Telecel Too Much Money promo for free. Then reload or bundle with 5 Ghana cedis and above, and you're on your way to winning. There's even a better chance in terms of transactions on Telecel Cash, where you can double your chances in the promo. So don't miss this chance at all. Remember that you could be that lucky winner of the grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis up for grabs. So dial *500# now, or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in for free now. The Telecel Too Much Money promo is regulated by the NLA on the Characters Lottery platform. Telecel is connecting energy.
Now let me tell you about Aqua Safari. If you are planning a board meeting, a team strategy meeting, a conference, and you need a conducive environment, that's the place to go. Aqua Safari is your solution. They are spacious conference rooms, beautifully designed with and equipped with modern state-of-the-art technology, comfortable seats and adaptable seating arrangements, first-class catering and customer service with stunning panoramic view of the Volta River. Gives you a great experience for your conferences and every other event you want to have at Aqua Safari. The visits to the animal sanctuaries on the inlands, and if you want to enjoy the cool, quiet and refreshing river breeze during lunch breaks, just do that. It complements your meeting agenda. If you're planning a conference or meeting today, kindly call 054-0110-190 now. Aqua Safari Resorts, bringing you closer to nature.
Now, do you know that you don't need big money to plan for retirement? Blessed, you don't need big money.
Not at all. Not at all.
Now, you can do that today with just one Ghana cedi.
One Ghana cedi.
That's all you need to join the Shield Cedicor a day pension plan from Shield Pension Trust.
Cedicor
a day. One. So it's simple, affordable, and flexible. And it gets better. When you sign up, you're automatically enrolled on the Dachi Apomoding plan. Which gives you medical insurance when you retire. So whether you're a banker, an IT expert, a civil servant, a trader, a freelancer, like a farmer, just thinking ahead, join the Shield Pension Trust family now. Visit shieldpensiontrust.com or WhatsApp them on 0509 150253 now. Shield Pension Trust, into the future with you.
What's the other name there? See the core. One Ghana for your pocket.
Sharp.
Into the future with you. Charlie. Show see the core. Everybody.
And listen up, guys. When Republic Bank says they are the one for you, they mean they are the one for you. That's why they've reduced their CD mortgage interest rates even further to a new low. It's now in the teens. That means that you can now afford to own your dream home or the next one for less. So don't wait, because this offer is just available for a limited time. And if you already have a pre-existing mortgage with your bank, you have the opportunity to switch now to Republic Bank and enjoy some exciting deals there. Visit any of the Republic Bank branches near you. Send them an email. It's myhome@republicghana.com. Call them if you're in Accra on 054-0109-649. If you're in the Ashanti region, it's 054-0109-901 for more information. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Right, stay with us when we return after these messages. We'll be speaking to our friends from the Office of the Registrar of Companies. Still to come this morning, our Sustainability Month conversation on the SDGs, and also why the Bank of Ghana is advising us to be mindful of these risks that could actually affect the current stability and growth prospects of the Ghanaian economy. All of these coming up here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Small money day, big money day, way too much money day. Telecel Too Much Money promo drop. If you dial *500#, then join them for the Telecel Too Much Money promo inside. You will win 100 Ghana cedis cash for the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis for the weekly draws, then 1.2 million Ghana cedis for the grand draw inside. That be 1.2 million Ghana cedis. You for just reload airtime, then get points wey fit make you win. Make you dial *500# or go the Telecel Play up top. Then book inside riders give the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo will be NLA way they regulate them for the Caritas Lottery platform top.
Are you a business leader looking to secure the health and well-being of your team? Are you an individual seeking personal health protection for you and your family? At Equity Health Insurance, we know what good health means. That is why we offer comprehensive and competitive insurance plans that fit your needs.
Equity Health Insurance has been a game changer for my family. The Aviation health plan provides coverage for us anytime we visit a medical facility.
My work colleagues and I receive the best of medical care from many hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies because we are signed up to an Equity corporate plan.
Well, you heard them. Join the Equity Health Insurance family now. Visit our website at www.equityhealthinsurance.com for more information on our range of products and services. Contact us via email at info@equityhealthinsurance.com or call us on 050-1515-124 or 020-4269-562 and we are ready to assist you. Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for our October intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
And
Now, let's welcome the writer and director, the Roverman himself, Uncle Ebo White.
Thanks very much. Good evening. Did you enjoy the show?
And with that, a tradition was born.
A man changed the face of Ghanaian theatre,
bringing commercial theatre to life.
The stars aligned,
the crowds roared, and history was made. 17 years on, an industry thrives.
The September Experience Roverman's anniversary play. Date
September 5th, 6th, 7th, and 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Venue
National Theatre.
Buy your early bird tickets for only 250 cedis
instead of 300 Ghana cedis.
Till 31st August. Early bird tickets available only on the Cobber Shot code *365*535# or on the Rover app.
For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030.
Roverman Productions.
17 years of consistency and excellence.
Roverman Productions.
Be the difference.
I've been there for about 5 years now. When I moved here, I was working around North Kaneshi. It normally takes me about 30 minutes to work. Then we moved to Cantonment, and it increased from 30 minutes to about 45 minutes. But on weekends, on average 20 minutes I'm in Accra. One day it took me 4 hours.
4 hours to move from Pobi 1.
Spent 4 hours fully at Amasama. After the rains, I was going to work. There was this place I normally pass, so I know that place very well. I just moved out of the house, entered that place, and the bumper in front of my car came off because just overnight, because of the rain, there was a small pothole there. It became so big that nobody knew you could remove the bumper of a 4x4 car.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning-fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Decisions I made in my pajamas, top of the morning matter.
Off the phone with the dada, get ready for another. To talk of the money matter. Me the meeting up, me plan. Me see car get right tryna flip to a big one, to a big one. And my mind, if you up, I am going mental. Sweetie for the minister, yo. I'm trying to focus, so I was busy with it, go easy with it. Let me not feel relaxed. Now me sound so bitch read the day, say me sick of delay. I carry my shirty. Then I go on the chest, no smile on my face, oh me or shaky. Sympathy down to a zero. Nobody will let go. Politics tells politicking. Your body go tell you. Say I ain't ready. Nobody go tell you.
Coffee in your cup.
Nobody go tell you.
Joy on the set. The
Don't
Super
spread the
Morning
word
Show is
now.
always the best bet on Joy.
Do you feel what I feel?
And you still have here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I told you that our friends from the Office of the Registrar of Companies was going to be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be talking about the requirements for the registration of companies or business, on whether there are any obligations after the registration of your companies or business, but most importantly, what they are doing in the month of August and the activities that are planned for the ORC week. This morning, we've been joined by Yaya Ajo Banini, who is Director, Business Registration and Licensing, and Sandra Kokokwaku, who's Director, Inspection and Compliance. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
I believe you're all doing well?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. So let's get into it. But, for those who don't know much about the, mandate of the Office of the Registrar of Companies, ORC for short, because we probably knew about the Registrar General's Department, we don't know what's happened following the change. What's the mandate of the ORC?
Okay, so good morning, listeners. And then a warm greetings from the Registrar of Companies, Mrs. Mama Sama Pepra. So, as you rightly said from the beginning, we were part of the Registrar General's Department, where we undertake the registration, marriages, estates, and so on. But we have a parliamentary blessings in 2019. Where
I said parliamentary blessing.
In 2019, where Companies Act 2019 at 992 was established. So Section 351 actually gave birth to us as a Office of the Registrar of Companies. And our main mandates are in Section 353, where we actually register, we regulate, and then we educate on all types of businesses that we have. And we are also happy that in terms of the registration, we give birth to all businesses in Ghana, including Joy FM.
I like that. So you register, you regulate,
and then we educate.
Yes. Okay. How do you go about the regulation? Because I know that Sandra is here, Director of Inspection and Compliance.
Yeah, so we ensure that the dictates of the Companies Act, we make sure that is looked at, like the companies comply with such regulations in the Companies Act. So there are so many functions or expectations from the company tax that companies need to comply with. We are looking at filing their returns at the end of the year. They are for companies, for businesses, they are supposed to renew. And then we have companies that may have, after registration, they do have changes that they do on their company records, and they are supposed to file it with us, update us with such changes. So we ensure that all these things are done.
So let's look at the requirements for the registration of companies or business, and you would want to distinguish between the two so we can understand it very well. Maybe I can start off with you, Yaya.
Okay, so under the Act, we have so many acts that we deal with. We have the registration of business names at 1962 at 151. And then we have the at 152, which is for partnerships. And then we have that of the companies, that's the Companies Act 2019 at 992. Then we have the Professional Registration Bodies Act, which also register professional bodies like the GPA, the CIJ, and all that. So depending on the type of registration you want to do, our basic requirement is the prescribed form. So the prescribed form are actually the basis for registration. You don't need to, let's say if you want to register a sole proprietor, you go and write a letter to the registrar of companies that, I intend to register ABCD. It is all by prescribed form. Then we have the difference between the enterprise and then the limited. The enterprise is just for one person. So it's like one-man business. So we get the requirements for your names. So our names are very critical to us. You see a lot of people coming with names where you reject it, then it becomes. So once you even apply, it's not house of right. It's subjected to what? Queries and all that, unless it's complied by the law. And then for companies, it's for mandatorily one person can be a shareholder, but in terms of procedural way of registering, you have to have a minimum of 2 directors.
Great. So let me understand this. I mean, you've talked about the fact that you need to fill the prescribed form. Beyond the filling of the prescribed form, are there any other things? So let's say if I walk up to your office, if I'm coming to fill the form, can I get that done in a day? So if I want to do that, what other things would I need to come with?
Okay, so the requirement depends on the type of registration, as I said. For sole prop like this, we don't really need, unless it's a specialized area. Let's say if you are into Susu, we'll allow you to go to the cooperative for a license, because we consider you and the business as one. So you actually go for those permits before you come. But for partnership like this, that one, the requirement is so strict. You have to aside the prescribed form, you have to attach the partnership deed. We call it this, which have to be stamped at glance before you submit your application. For companies, you have to attach your consent letter, your statutory declaration, consent letter from the auditors. So depending on the type of registration you want to do. So there are other regulatory ones, which actually Section 4 of the Companies Act state that other regulatory bodies have to be subjected to their rules. So they are a bit specific. Like if you want to establish a banking sector, or you are into banking, so to speak, so you have to have a minimum requirement, which is the 400 million as your minimum capital. So there are a lot of things that we consider aside the prescribed form that we demand for our clients.
Now, beyond the registration, are there any obligations after the registration that I must know of?
Yes.
Yes, Sandra, tell us.
There actually are. So I earlier on mentioned that at the end of the year, you're supposed to file your returns. For companies limited by shares and then limited by guarantees. They have to fill the prescribed annual returns form, and then they attach copies of their financial statements to it, and then they file it at the end of the year. For first-time registrants, incorporation, those who incorporated, they have within 18 months to do that. Then subsequently thereafter, they have every year to file. For business names, they have what we call renewal. So they also fill a prescribed form and then pay the prescribed fee. Then companies that may have, I earlier mentioned, change maybe their directors, they may have changed their location, even secretary, auditors, they are supposed to update us with such information. So they complete the prescribed form, pay the prescribed fees, and then we are able to do such changes for them. Failure to do these things, the Companies Act has penalties or sanctions. And so if you don't file your returns, the law says that you are liable to a penalty, and then each day in default, you pay that penalty fee. And then we also have, so basically those are some of the things that the companies are supposed to do.
Great. So August is what, your month? You have some activities lined up for, the ORC week?
Yes, we do. So as I already said, the blessings came from the month of August.
Oh, okay.
So we actually chose it specifically to actually promote our being. And you know, as you rightly said from the beginning, most people still refer to us as Registrar General's Department. So I'm going to register. So we want to tell the whole world that it's no more Registrar Generals that does the registration of all types of businesses. The mandate has been given to the ORC. So the first day, that was last week, we have a registration clinic. So as the name connotes, we actually diagnose everyone who comes with any kind of problem, be it requirements for registration, be it something that you don't really understand by the law, or where you want clarification, and we give the right antidote to you. And people actually had their certificates on that day. So it's a week program. Some were postponed. The internal ones were able to do that. The external ones, some were actually postponed. So this Wednesday, we'll be having a registration clinic at Kokomemle.
Oh, right here in Kokomemle.
Yes, please. So those in the environs, if you are free, you can come around. You have a hands-on application. We will go through with the process with you. And then if everything is okay, we will even give you the certificate.
Where in Kokomemle are you doing this?
Eden Church.
Okay.
The premises of Eden premises. So that date we'll be having a float to actually announce it's part of the sensitization for everybody to know that ORC is in existence. Yeah.
Okay. Apart from these, are there any other programs that are lined up?
Okay, so we'll have a symposium in September.
Oh, okay.
So those are some of the things. But the whole month is actually dedicated for the month, and then we are poised to serve our clients better this month. Yeah. So those are some of the things that we put in place.
Great. So Sandra, if I want to locate you, where would I find you? And if there are some numbers that I can call, just share them with us.
Okay. So our head office is in Accra, in the ministries, and we also have regional offices. We have one in Tamale, Kumasi, Sunyani, and Sekondi Takrady. You can contact us on the telephone number 0302 666 081, and we have a WhatsApp line 059 952 5774. We are also on social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and you can get us at ORC Ghana.
Okay. Yaya, anything you'd like to say finally as Director Business Registration and Licensing at the ORC? What would you say finally?
Okay, so finally, my words to all business community. We can boast that if you are giving birth, you have what? Birth certificate.
Yes.
If you are traveling, you have passport, right? So if you claim you have a business, the only way you can prove that you actually exist as an artificial, that business exists as an artificial being, you need to what? Register. And there are a lot of benefits attached to it. So don't wait till the opportunity comes before you run to our offices for that thing to be done for you. It's made easier, simpler, and it's brought to your attention. So what I also want to add is we are bringing registration clinics to all environments. Anytime you want to do something and you engage us, we are gladly ready to come there, serve you right on the spot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yaya Adjo Banini, who is Director Business Registration and Licensing. What would you say finally, Sandra?
Okay, so after you've been given birth to, you're supposed to maintain your life. And so we expect that after you have registered, you need to maintain it. Update your records with us. Make sure you are compliant with the Act, and that will prevent you from having unnecessary penalties. And worst case scenario, the registrar has the mandate to actually strike off companies. So it can strike you off if you are not complying with the Act. And we know that compliance is key. I mean, it makes things easier for you. It makes you transparent and all that. So we expect companies to ensure that they are in the good books of the Office of the Registrar of Companies.
Great. Thank you very much, Sandra Kokokwako, who's Director, Inspection and Compliance, and to you, Yayira Ajobanini, who's Director, Business Registration and Licensing at the Office of the Registrar of Companies. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. When we return after these messages, we're going to be asking you a very simple question and answering it for you about our SDGs. What do they mean to us? And how can you help in the attainment of these sustainable development goals? And as part of our Sustainability Month here on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be right back.
We face real challenges every day in Ghana, from high rent prices, housing challenges, expensive food, traffic that drains our pocket and reduces our life expectancy, and rising electricity bills. But what if we told you that these problems are all interconnected and there are sustainable solutions that can actually save you money and improve your life? This August, the Joy Sustainability Month focuses on solutions to some of our key sustainability issues. For 4 weeks, we're diving deep into the issues that matter to your daily life. We will explore how you can still afford to own a home in Ghana, why your food costs so much, and what we can do about it, how to cut your transport costs, and practical ways to power your home, amongst others. Every weekday, join our expert conversations on the Super Morning Show and other programs. This is not just talk, it's about real solutions for real Ghanaians. Because sustainability isn't just about the environment, it's about sustaining your wallet, your family's future, and Ghana's prosperity. The Joy Sustainability Month, starting 4th August 2025. Your sustainability future starts with the right conversations. The Joy Sustainability Month is brought to you by Joy Business and supported by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class sense. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Imagine owning an executive plot that appreciates in value, located less than an hour's drive from the airport. Wake up to breathtaking views of the hills and a serene atmosphere at McCarthy Hill, Dodua, and Chupoli every day. Western Villas offers a perfect blend of nature and tranquility with city amenities such as electricity, piped water, security, and road network. Our Hacho and Aimensa luxury homes are gated estates ideal for those who want luxury, security, and investment returns. With just a 5% deposit, you can reserve a secured executive plot and start your journey to becoming a proud landlord. Invest in your dream plot at McCarthy Hill, Dodua, and Chupoli today. Contact Western Villas now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for further information.
Car broke down again? Flat tire playing tricks on you? Or your engine just said, I quit? Don't sweat it. Call Tow on 055-484-8603 or 0273-301-314 and we'll swoop in like your roadside superheroes. Quick, reliable, and easy on your pocket
across Accra, Kumasi, and Takrady.
Are you a car owner, driver, car dealer, traffic officer, or just know someone with a car trouble? Yup, we are talking to you. Contact our team. Tow, we lift your car and your mood. Call Tow on 055-484-8603 or 0273-301-314.
Always busy on the go. Tap the app, you're good to go. Big dreams, little time. There's a boat for you to ride. Every single single time, yeah. Morning rush to the late night grind, work to home and gig to gig. Smooth and easy ride and vibe, safety toolkit by your side. Use code Keep Moving 50 for 50% off your first 3 rides. Download the Boat app now. Make moves with phones.
Looking for a university that sets you apart? Academic City University offers world-class undergraduate programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. We now offer master's degrees in data science and cybersecurity designed to meet today's global tech demands. Learn with purpose and lead with impact on a modern campus with hands-on learning and international faculty. With over 15 student ventures created and graduates placed in top roles both in Ghana and abroad, Academic City University is where future leaders are made. Call now on 054-824-3844. That's 054-824-3844. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At J&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. J&J, your energy partner.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Everybody get up.
This is the Super Morning Show. Time check here is about 47 minutes past 8 a.m. And you're live on Joy 99.7 FM. Also live across the world on YouTube, on our social media handles, hashtag Joy SMS. And you can also send us a message on 055 1111997. Now, for all those of you who live on the Pukwasi Road, this week we are putting our lenses on the road, plus some other roads. So we'll be coming there to talk to you, and you'll be highlighting your challenge, and also push for some remedial actions to be taken to ensure that you can drive better to your destinations, to work, to school, for healthcare, and for any other activity that you are engaged in. And we are still in the month of sustainability, and this morning we are talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, and it's really something which is important, and it's about everything that we do. For example, we've talked about healthcare. We've talked about the challenges in getting access to healthcare, for example. What do the SDGs say about healthcare? How can we work together and ensure better health for all of us? We talk about poverty a lot. We talk about galamsey. In fact, the past 2 weeks, the biggest conversation in Ghana has been about galamsey indirectly, because the 8 sons of Ghana we lost were on their way to be a part of an event which has got to do with sanitizing the mining space and fighting galamsey, but unfortunately we lost them. If you are in traffic this morning, how you move and the effects of you being in traffic is all about sustainability. You are burning diesel or petrol, and there's a lot of carbon dioxide being released. You are spending a lot of money, so it's affecting your wealth. It can drive you into poverty. You are spending a lot of time in traffic. If you are like me, who has a back problem, usually when you get out of the car, you have to stretch for about 15 minutes before you move. Health implications. If you don't have a back problem and you're also sitting in a car for 2 hours every day to work and back, it has implications. So sustainability is about our everyday life. Some of you are renting, you want to own a house, but where do you build? Do you build in the Sakumo Ramsar site? Is it right to build there? It's a conversation, and over the past 3 months, the Greater Accra Regional Minister has been demolishing houses. There are some people saying, "Oh, let's just leave them. They've already built, so it's fine." But do you know the implications? If the Sakumo is not protected, it means that areas as far as East Legon can flood, and lives will be lost, property will be lost. So you think about it that way, and it's a lot, right? We are talking about roads. Now we are expanding our major roads. When you expand them, we are going to increase surface water collection. So when it rains, the areas around these roads will be at the risk of flooding. What mitigation strategies do we put in place to ensure these areas don't flood? Now you are getting it, right? Yes. You are claiming that you pay a lot on electricity. How do you reduce your electricity bills? How do we use better ways of generating electricity? All that is about sustainability. So we are back to the conversation, and we are doing this with Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Optima Solar Systems. The future is bright. The future is solar. PwC as well. They are also partners on the Sustainability Month, and it's powered by Joy Business, which is headed by my very favorite brother Kofi Winston. And my name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. This morning our guest is Dr. Ezekiel Akwa from the Institute for Environment and Sanitation Studies at the University of Ghana. I'll be talking to him briefly. Doc's work covers sustainability. He teaches sustainability and environmental management, and his area of interest is in coastal management and coastal sustainability, with a lot of work in using indigenous knowledge and nature-based solutions. We'll get into that, but let me give you your tip for this morning, and our tip is on water. We had a big conversation on Ghana Water not being able to supply water to a lot of us, right? And I know that a lot of people who are lucky enough to also get water from Ghana Water actually waste a lot of water. This is not wastage even through your use of water, but through water you don't use. I have a pump at home, right? And I've noticed that these days, every 5 or so minutes, the pump automatically comes on. Whether you've opened the tap or not, the pump comes on. It means that there's a pressure drop in that particular interval, and the pressure drop could be because there is a leakage. So when there's a pressure drop, the pump comes on, it uses my electricity, pumps more water. Now if there is a leakage that we've not detected, it means we are wasting water that has been treated by Ghana Water, and it goes through my meter and I pay for that. So pay attention to those things. Those of you with pumps at home, if your pump, without you opening any tap, comes on a regular, it means that there is a leakage. So when the water pressure drops or the water level drops in your tank, the pump will automatically switch on and pump water to restore the water level. So you are losing water through the leakage, and you're losing electricity because your pump is working actively on the regular. So you are losing resources both ways. So get a plumber to come and check your plumbing systems to seal any leakages, to prevent you from losing water, which is a scarce commodity right now, and also from wasting electricity. And mind you, water is the most used resource in the world. Even though the world's surface is covered by a lot of water, fresh water is also very, very scarce, and it takes a lot of energy to process water. So that's our tip today. Plug any leakages at home to save you water and also to save you electricity and losses. And that's our sustainability tip. And this tip is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Optimal Solar Systems. The future is bright. The future is solar. And PwC. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, the conversation begins. And this morning we are talking about the 17 SDGs and contextualizing it in the Ghanaian context, and to see how together we can reach the goals and build a better life for ourselves. We'll be right back. This is the Joy Sustainability Man. Time check 55 minutes past 8, and my guest is seated. Dr. Ezekiel Akwa teaches sustainability and environmental management. His research area is in sustainability and coastal management at the University of Ghana, and he's applying indigenous knowledge and nature-based solutions to solve our problems. Doc, good morning. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Kojo. I'm very fine.
It's good to see you.
Yes, good to be here too, and good to see you.
You know what Sustainability Man has done for me?
Yeah, tell me.
It's making me meet all my lecturers.
And I've heard something later about you have some few theses. And that is good.
Dr. Anan was here 2 weeks ago to kickstart the conversation.
Okay.
We were expecting Dr. Adlina, and then the tragedy happened and we had to move on. We're also expecting Prof. Nukpeza and a few of the other lecturers at the IESS to join us to open up the conversation. But it's really good to have you here this morning.
Thank you for inviting me over.
Before we get into the conversation, right, I want you to give us just a little bit into your research area. Environmental management, sustainability, coastal management. What have you been up to?
Okay, so the issue with the coastal management, we all know that Ghana, we've been trying to solve this coastal erosion using the sea defense systems. Yes, but unfortunately it gets to a point and the sea is able to overcome the sea defense systems, and it's also capital intensive. So do we have to always go back? Where do we get the money from? And there's always demands for these scarce resources that are available. In some cases, they may not be even available. So I just thought, then why don't we use some economically means where even the simple person in the coastal community can apply to solve this coastal erosion. So I said, okay, let me see the indigenous knowledge, what is available in there, and so nature-based solutions. So for now, that is the area in which I'm into, trying to combine indigenous knowledge and nature-based solution to tackle the issue of coastal erosion. Yes, a lot has been done using coastal nature-based solution already. We've got the issue of mangrove. So maybe beyond mangrove, what is there? And unfortunately, the mangrove too, it has been a source of livelihood for the coastal community guys. So they harvest it. And kind of impounding on the problem of the coastal erosion. So what do we need to find alternatives? Either we find alternative livelihood for these guys in the communities, or we find alternatives to the mangroves that can also help deal with this coastal erosion.
When it comes to coastal erosion, back in school, we read that about we lose about 1 meter of our coastline every year in a lot of our communities. So it means that in 30 years' time, some beaches in this country will be totally washed off.
Yes, some communities are already washed off. In the area of Keita, for instance, the communities are totally washed off. People are displaced, yes. And where do we go? Where do we place them now? It's also an issue. You have to relocate these people. Unfortunately, some of them are not ready to move. So
those places are the ancestral homes.
Exactly. They were born there, grew up there. In fact, they will feel alienated when they go somewhere else, I think. Maybe that's why they don't want to move. So how do we preserve the place for them to stay there
I once
comfortably?
Went to Adan. You know, I have a lot of friends who come from Adan, so it's one of the places I visit a lot. And one of my friends' mother, Aunt Mary Pupulampu, she pointed to a place in the sea in Adan. And she said, "Oh, when we were kids, that was where we used to go to school. That was where our school was." But it had been washed off. The whole beach was gone. So the school was gone. So the coastal environment, there are a lot of challenges we need to deal with as a country.
Exactly. Basically because of this climate change, sea rising, because of these high temperatures, the iceberg is melting along the shore, so it's increasing the sea volumes, yes. And we also, unfortunately, due to these anthropogenic activities, sand winning, which sometimes serve as a nature way of solving this coastal erosion, we are winning the sand, and so we are exacerbating the problem at stake. So the sea is easily able to erode into the communities, and wash away. And now it comes with a lot of force, so it's able to erode the settlement and the farming activities along those areas.
Wow. You are talking about sand winning, and the people in the building space will say, if we stop sand winning, where do we get sand to build our houses? Where do we get sand to build our roads? What are the sustainable ways? You see how the challenge of coastal erosion is actually related to how we are building our homes, how we are building schools, hospitals, roads. So if you don't have these conversations, you will not be able to figure out how to fix it and develop the country better.
So initially I was saying that when you stop somebody from engaging his livelihood, you need to get him or her an alternative livelihood. So they are right, maybe these developers, that's what they do for a living. So maybe our scientists must come together so we see an alternative to this sand for building. Is there any other thing we can use for building aside this sand? A lot of research must go into these areas. So at least if we say they should go off the sand, they will have something else to give them to build their structures.
Interesting. Dr. Ezekiel Akwa is our guest this morning on the Joy Sustainability Month, and we're just talking about his research area. So he is an environmental management sustainability specialist focusing on coastal management. And one of the big conversations we really need to have as a country is, how do we protect our coastal areas? If you go to Jita, Anyanui, Keta, Amutinu, all those towns along the our eastern coastline to Aflao, there's a lot of coastal erosion happening, and a lot of homes have been lost. If you remember, between last 2 years, this year, it's happening. And recently, the president was in that area to cut the sword for the construction of a new sea defense shield. Now, the question is, are we going to use these engineering solutions, boulders, rocks, concrete, consistently to prevent sea coastal losses, or we can use nature-based solutions, natural ways like mangroves, like Doc mentioned? How do we combine both to bring a balance into our systems? That's a big national conversation we must have. And if we lose our coastlines, we are also going to lose our fish stocks, right? Because some of the fish come to spawn in the lagoons and along the coasts. So if we don't protect our coastlines, we are actually going to prevent or reduce the ability of some schools of fish to to thrive and reproduce. So we're also not going to get fish to eat. So a lot of the things are connected. But the main conversation is on the SDGs, and this is part of the SDGs, and we'll be running you through the SDGs and how they apply to our everyday lives, national development here on the show. But if you want to experience the ultimate waterfront getaway, go to Aqua Safari, relax in style and comfort, and let the soothing sounds of nature rejuvenate your soul. Go there and visit the best resort in Ghana, from luxurious rooms and suites to exciting water sports and outdoor activities at the bank of the River Volta in Ada. You will just have a great time. If you are looking for a vacation destination or that perfect riverfront venue for your conference, your option is Aqua Safari. Call them on 0800 110 190 now. And look, even the Aqua Safari, if we don't protect the Volta, it means we cannot have these experiences at Aqua Safari.
Yes, it's true. I was there 2 years ago with a family.
Yeah.
Before that, I've been there previously, and I realized they have these wooden structures along that water body. Yes. The following time I went, it was off, so I just asked them, they say for maintenance reason.
Okay.
Yes, but you see, it also has an impact on those structures by the water body. So if you don't deal with these issues well, it can even affect our tourism, this ecotourism system. No, climate change is a big issue, and it affects all sectors of the economy.
Now, before we get deeper into the SDGs, let me also tell you about Western Villas. If you want to own an executive plot that appreciates in value, located less than an hour's drive from the airport, go to Western Villas. They have plots at Makati Hill, Dodo, and Tripoli, and they're offering a perfect blend of nature and tranquility with city amenities such as electricity, piped water, security, and road networks. They also have properties at Hacho and Ayi Mensa, the luxury homes. They have luxury, security, and investment returns assured for you. Just deposit 5% and reserve an executive plot and start your journey to becoming a proud landlord. Visit westernvillas.com or call 0536 502 295. If you're also looking for a little more in life, talk to ABSA for the ABSA Abapa account. It gives you a free GH link card, access to loans up to 50,000 cedis when you need help, high interest on savings, free SMS alerts to track every peso I spend, seamless mobile and online banking, and the best part is that it's simple to open. So if you're looking for more value, more peace of mind, and more control over your money, ABSA Abapa account is the account for you. Open your account today and get more. T's and C's apply. Your story matters. ABSA. It's 9:05. Dr. Akwa is here, and we are talking the SDGs. So when Dr. Anand came, he gave us a history to the SDGs and sustainable development. If I remember very well, he says sustainable development is being able to meet our needs now without impeding the ability of future generations to also meet their needs.
Right.
And then he gave us a bit of the MDGs. That the MDGs was made basically for developing countries, the Millennium Development Goals.
Exactly.
Now, the Sustainable Development Goals are goals set globally for ourselves to drive how we develop as a people, as a human race. Because whatever you do in Ghana affects somebody in Ukraine, it affects somebody in Russia, it affects somebody in Greenland.
Yes, unfortunately, the environment has no boundaries.
It has no boundaries. So the Sustainable Development Goals were put together to govern everything we do and development by nations, by businesses, and by people. So this morning I want you to take us into the SDGs because we only got a tip of the iceberg. What are the 17 SDGs? And if you can take us through all 17 one by one so we have conversations around them.
All right. So thank you very much, Kojo. Yes. So as it was said, this came from the backdrop of the expiration of the Millennium Development Goals. You know, that was 8 goals, yes. And at the end of it ended in 2015. Yes, then after that, the world saw what was happening, decided to increase it to 17, made it the SDG goals. It's supposed to last for 15 years, so 2015 to 2030. Yes, so we have about 5 more years to ensure that we achieve these SDG goals.
We have 5 years to achieve the 17 SDGs.
Exactly, yes.
We've not gone through them yet, but based on where you sit and the work you've done, Ghana contest, are we going to achieve these goals?
Yes, it's possible because we have achieved some. We are still on it. Yes, so barring all hitches, I want to believe that I want to achieve. Even if we don't achieve some substantial amount of the objectives of this.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start with SDG number 1.
Okay, so the SDG number 1 talks about no poverty. Yes, so there are some countries, especially in this part of our world, Africa, most people are poverty stricken. So the global world made it an agenda that we need to eradicate poverty by the year 2030. And how do we do that? Yes. People become poor when there are no jobs for them to do. Yeah. So how do we do that? We need to enhance the capacity of these people. Yes, in terms of skills development, grant them alternative livelihood. Small things that they can do to ensure that there's enough money in their pocket, so that we lift them above the poverty line. At the time the SDGs was created, I think the poverty line was about $1.25 per person per day. Yes, now it's about $3 per person per day. So what do we do to ensure that people earn such an amount in a day, irrespective of their location in Ghana? Yeah, so that is what the SDG aims to achieve. And then the SDG 2.
No, let's stay with SDG 1.
Okay.
So we have up to 2030 to achieve the targets for SDG 1.
Yeah.
That no person in the world should be poor, should be below the poverty line.
Yeah.
Now, in Ghana, we also have signed on to the SDG, so we must ensure that no person in this country, the 34 million Ghanaians, is below the poverty line.
Exactly.
Now, if you look at the latest multidimensional poverty reports by the Ghana Statistical Service, it says about 41.3% of Ghanaians are multidimensionally poor. And so people are poor in, say, employment, poor in housing, poor in access to water, poor in this. And we have till 2030 to lift Ghanaians out of poverty. I'm actually not going to use the wealth poverty index, but can we do this in 5 years? To ensure every Ghanaian has access to water, access to this, access to that. Is it possible?
I can't sit here and promise you that we can achieve all this in 5 years. But what I know is work is ongoing. To achieve something to some extent. In fact, the Millennium Development Goals, they couldn't achieve everything within the period. And so they extended. So you could see that there are similarities between the Millennium Development Goals and these SDGs. So it's likely that we may not achieve everything, but we may have to extend it into the next couple of years after 2030. Yes, but it doesn't mean we are not doing well. In an exams, you can score maybe 70-80%. But if you didn't score 100%, it doesn't mean that you didn't do well. You mentioned the percentage to be 40.
Multidimensionally poor Ghanaians. 41.3%.
Yeah, so it means that we've passed beyond 50%, which in fact, it's not encouraging. I mean, looking at the figure, it's not really a pass out, but it shows you that work is being done. Yes.
So, getting into the 2020 elections and the 2024 elections, one of the things I personally use to analyze political campaigns and the manifestos was the 17 SDGs. So, for example, NDC said they wanted to do A, B, C, D. NPP said they wanted to do C, E, F. If you take the 17 SDGs and you place all their promises under the SDGs and the targets, where can they get us? Right? So if tomorrow the president says we are doing LEAP, we are doing poverty eradication, how can it get us to 2030 where there's not a single poor person? And I think that's what Ghanaians must now be asking of our leaders. So that is SDG 1, no poverty. Let's go to SDG 2.
Before we go, I think you did a very good examination of it, at least using the SDG. Now it's a global blueprint for assessing us, assessing nations. So I think from where I'm coming from, we call the marking scheme. So it becomes a global marking scheme to assess whether we are doing well or not. So it is in the right direction to assess our political leaders with these SDGs to see what they can achieve with it. Yes. All right. So to move on to the SDG 2, where the zero hunger. Yes. So this is a SDG that wants to ensure that there's food security for all. You know, climate change as a way of impacting agriculture a lot. Yes. And if it impacts agriculture, you know, that food security will be at stake. Yes, and I don't know anybody who can live without food. So in effect, also livelihood lives will be at stake. Yes, if we don't target these SDGs. So what we have to do is to improve our agricultural system. Yes, and food system management, ensure that there is less of food waste in the system, and ensure that there is food for. If we're able to tackle these post-harvest losses, and also establish good storage systems, I believe we can have food here all around. Yes, and by so doing, it's a way of also tackling, ensuring zero hunger of the SDGs too. So agriculture is very important when it comes to this SDG.
Let's look at the context in Ghana. So I'm on graphiconline.com. And there's a story that says 2.4 million Ghanaians face food insecurity despite interventions. Okay, so over the past few years, at least in the recent history of the country, we've had Planting for Food and Jobs 1, Planting for Food and Jobs 2. Now the new government says under 24-hour economy, they have Grow 24. But according to MOFE's own statistics, there are about 2.4 million Ghanaians who face food insecurity despite all these interventions. So for something like SDG 2, by 2030, we should not have a single Ghanaian facing food insecurity. And we should also have food available in the country round the clock. So there shouldn't be seasons where, like this season where tomato is cheaper, and by Christmas, the same tomato you buy for 1 cedi now you buy for 5 cedis. We should have put in place strategies to ensure that quality food is available and affordable. That is SDG 2.
Yeah, so that's what I said, that we should have a way of improving our storage systems, and also preservation of food, is very, very important, and increase the shelf life of our food also, because there's research going on to see how food storage and the shelf life of these foods can be elongated, to ensure that there is food all around. So we need to pay attention to our storage system, and also post-harvest losses, find a way of reducing it, because there are actual food gone waste.
So by 2030, the measure of success is that these 2.4 million Ghanaians who are food insecure should be out of that food insecurity band. And the rest of us who are a bit food secure should still get much more quality food, affordable food all year round. So if we don't get that as a country, we failed.
I wouldn't say we have failed totally, but we have to look at the level of achievement that we had. If by 2030 maybe we have achieved about 80% of it, or 85-90%, then I can say it's a pass mark, but we need to do well. Yes,
it's coming up to 9:17. It's 9:17 a.m. You are still live on the Super Morning Show. Dr. Isakela Kwa is with the Institute for Environment and Sanitation Studies at the University of Ghana. It's one of the leading institutes when it comes to the study of environment, sanitation, sustainability. Some of the sharpest brains in the world are there. Prof. Gordon, Dr. Adlina, all those people are there. In fact, they taught me, and he's here to talk to us about the SDG. So far, we've gone through SDG 1, no poverty, SDG 2, zero hunger. We are going for a quick break. When we return, we'll go into SDG 3, which is
good health and well-being.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kojo Akoto toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kojo Akoto toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kojo Akoto toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kojo Akoto toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kojo Akoto toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kojo Akoto toothpaste. Kojo Akoto toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
I warned you, Elation. The river which fills up before our eyes does not sweep us away in its flood.
From the stables of April Communications, the National Theatre and Image Bureau comes the pinnacle of African theatre.
No. My powers deserted me.
No, child. It is what you brought to be.
Wole Soyinka's timeless classic, Death and the King's Horseman. Live at the National Theatre, Saturday 23rd, Sunday 24th, Saturday 30th, and Sunday 31st August at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Tickets selling now for only 200 cedis standard and 300 cedis VIP at www.imageburowgh.com or dial star 714*46#. Don't miss this epic tale of destiny and courage. Supported by Niplant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, and Joy FM. Sponsors: Stanbic Bank, The Luckiest, Bill Savings and Loans, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now, for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is a perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
Hello, Ghana. It's a new year and Bill's Microcredit is here to support your dreams. If you're not working but want to start a business, don't let money stop you. With just your Ghana card, you can get a loan to turn your ideas into reality. Already running a business? Need more capital? Or are you a salary worker looking for extra funds? Bills offers fast and easy loans with no collateral, no deposit, and no SUSI savings required. Wherever you are, whatever you need, Bills makes it happen. Call Bills Microcredit today. Call 0596-920-833 or 0302-200-390 and get started. Bills is licensed and regulated by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
In Ghana today, the workforce is changing. That's why the Design and Technology Institute, DTI, is admitting youth who are 16 to 27 years old. As Ghana's first privately owned TVET institution, DTI is offering cutting-edge training to help you develop new skills to meet today's industrial demands. If you are a recent SSS or university graduate or an applicant looking for relevant career prospects, DTI lets you choose precision welding and fabrication, design innovation, entrepreneurship, and other exciting programs. DTI's unique competency-based curriculum focuses on practical skills and problem solving, ensuring that you graduate prepared to tackle real-world challenges. For more information, visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. You can also pick up application forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
Wherever you are, the game is nothing without you. It's on like never before this season. Every major league, every cup, every qualifier, the players, Kudus, Semenyo, Iñaki, the goals, the emotions, and the bragging rights. It's all on SuperSport, available on DSTV and GoTV. Get your DSTV decoder at 89 cedis and GoTV decoder at 399 cedis. DSTV, your home of entertainment. GoTV, love it.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is? Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. The sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you 16 to 27 years old? Employers aren't just after degrees anymore. Stay relevant. Apply to DTI, Ghana's top TVET institution. We offer cutting-edge programs like precision welding and fabrication, design innovation and entrepreneurship, with hands-on training to prepare you for real-world challenges. Join us and succeed in industries like manufacturing, construction and technology. At DTI, you'll learn by doing in a supportive environment. Be inspired by success stories of TVET graduates thriving in diverse fields. Visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. Pick up admissions forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 9:26. You are still live on the Super Morning Show. Today is Monday, the 18th of August, 2025, and we are in our Sustainability Month. The month of August is the Sustainability Month at Joy, and our guest this morning is Dr. Dr. Ezekiel Akoto. Dr. Ezekiel Akoto. We are talking about the Sustainable Development Goals. So far, we've touched on SDG 1, which is no poverty, SDG 2, which is zero hunger. And when it comes to SDG 1, we know that multidimensional poverty is about 41% and around that. When it comes to hunger in the country, 2.4 million Ghanaians are food insecure. How can we grow more food to ensure that we feed the masses? We have quality food and affordable food. That is SDG 2. And the target is that by 2030, all the targets will be met. So is Ghana in a position to produce food and to become very food sufficient and even have enough to be a powerhouse of food for Africa? That's a question that we all need to answer, and a project we need to execute together. Now, Doc, let's go through the other SDGs.
Okay.
We are on SDG 3 now.
Yeah, so SDG 3 talks about good health and well-being, yes, emphasizing the fact that we need to have access, or the ordinary Ghanaian out there need to have access to health facilities, and should also be very affordable, yes. And SDG 4 talks of quality education.
You know, on the SDG 3, for example, we had a hotline documentary a month ago, and women in Upper East, some of the districts in the Upper East, when they are going to the CHIPS compound to deliver their babies, pregnant women, they have to carry their own water along. There were no wash facilities.
I
so
think I
they
saw
would
that.
deliver that, and they have to go home to bath or have somebody bring them water. So good health and well-being is a key SDG, which ensures that we need to have universal access to quality healthcare.
Exactly.
We don't have that in Ghana.
Yes. I think that we may be constrained with resources. Yes. So, but I was happy when we started flying these medicines with drones.
The zipline.
The zipline, to very deprived areas. At least it's one of the steps. But as you said, the recent documentary shows that, hey, there's a lot of work to be done. And to surprise, it's not only in the rural areas. Maybe somewhere in the cities too. Pregnant women have to move and go and fetch their own water.
And how non-communicable diseases are killing us.
Exactly, with contaminated water.
Yes.
With bodies, yes. So we are, as a nation, we need to look at those areas critically, yes. And even pump funds into it. In fact, we cannot play with our health. Yes, if we need a healthy nation, the people must be healthy. Yes, must be healthy to work for the productivity of the nation, increase our GDP and the rest. So I think we must do all that we can as a nation to salvage that situation, pump enough funds into the health sector.
And the fourth one?
And the fourth one talks about quality education. Yes, so it deals with and ensuring that girls and boys get access to primary, secondary education, and tertiary education. Yes. And we have to also look at the content of our curriculum, whether it responds to the needs of the current trends in the world. Now, everything is AI. Yes, how much of AI do we have in our curriculum sector? Technology, yes. These must feature in our curriculum, so that we produce graduates who are industry ready, yes, AI ready, yes, for
so
the world.
4 is quality education.
4 is quality
making education accessible,
very accessible,
affordable, primary, secondary, tertiary, and functional education.
Exactly.
Not anything you go and do and come and sit at home and be an unemployed graduate and join an association.
I was saying that we should produce industry responsive content, curriculum. Yes.
So that is SDG 4, quality education. Maybe later we'll come back to discuss that in detail, SDG 3 and 4. But what is the fifth one?
The fifth one talks about gender equality. Yes, giving access to both men and women, especially women and girls. Yes, in everything, in terms of education and in terms of position at our workplaces, everything. Some time ago, men were only given or they had access to this, but now we say, let's give a chance to our women also. Yes, it should be gender balance. Yes, I know some organizations are doing very well. Yes, they have as a project by a certain year, 5 or 10 years, there should be equal number of men and women in employment. Yes, I don't want to mention names of but I know it has been a target of most.
Based on your research, if you have names, maybe we can mention their names to encourage them to do better, or to encourage other companies to do
other companies to do. Even I've heard of MTN that has the agenda, to give access to women also, maybe by I think 5 or some years, you see equal number of men and women.
Fidelity Bank is also doing very well. If you look at their board level, management level, there's exec level. They have a lot of women up there. I remember Nanesi Aidan Akest, AC Mills Robertson, I believe. There's Nanaya who is the head of sustainability actually.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of very powerful women in there.
Yes.
So it's gender equality.
Gender equality. I have a student who works at the port, yes. So in my interaction with her, saying the port too has the same agenda.
Okay.
Yes, to ensure.
But I can say Obabidi president of Ghana.
Oh yeah, it's possible. Maybe
we've had a woman
our current
Speaker of Parliament.
Yeah.
We have a woman. We've had women being chief justices.
Yes.
We have a vice president.
Yes.
So next election, let's put a woman there.
Exactly. We're on the right path. Having a woman vice president. Yeah. Then the next time he will succeed the president. So
we have a woman leading the prison service and a woman leading the I think fire service as well.
Yeah.
IGP Kra should be a woman.
Yes, and my vice chancellor is a woman.
Yes. KNUST as well.
Exactly.
But we still need to do better. I remember when we had a Mama, I wanna go to school. Faba Biako Suku, send your girl child to school.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes.
Now this year when I looked at the WASI candidates, majority were girls. So now the population of girls writing WASI is more than population of girls writing BC.
Yes, Kojo,
it's more than population of boys writing WASI, which is a very good thing.
Yes, and you are right, and there is data to show that now there are a little bit more of women or girls in the classroom than the boys. It's very close, but the girls are a bit higher, about 51%.
But we need more women at the top.
Yes, we need more. And recently, our state of affairs at the University of Ghana showed that there are about 51 students as females.
But there are some men who have started drawing our attention that over the years too, we've concentrated on promoting girl-child education, and we are also not investing as much in the boy child, bringing up the boy child to complement the girl child. The same way we want the girl child to complement the boy child. Because if you are talking about gender equality, there should be a fine balance between the male and the female so that there is harmony. Maybe something that we should not lose sight of.
Yes, I think you are also right on that tangent. Yes, but we need to also develop quality men for our women to marry in future. Yes. So
or to support them at work.
Yes,
or work with
everywhere.
them.
Yes, work with them everywhere. Yes, so I think we can also look at that and not lose sight of the fact that we also need to pay attention to the boy child. Yes.
So by 2030. We need to have a female president.
We can, yes. And I think we are on the right path, yes.
Now let's go to SDG 6.
Okay, SDG 6 talks about clean water and sanitation, yes. Ensuring that people have access to clean and affordable water and also good sanitation management, yes. So that we don't see these kind of waste all around our gutters and our streets. Yes, and I know Zoom Lion is doing very well, but I think that there's a little bit of issue on to change or something. Yes, so
but clean water and sanitation, I don't think we can achieve that by 2030. I'm not a researcher like you, but based on the little work we do in the media, for example, look at Galamsey. It's been going on for years. It's been going on. If you take out the Volta Basin, right? Almost all the other river basins are affected by Galamsey.
Exactly.
Tano Basin, Ankobra, Brim, Densu, almost all the water. And then even Volta, if you go to the Black Volta area in the Savannah region, Bole Bamboy area, there's some mining that goes on around Dollar Power and all those areas, which is affecting the Volta.